is escorted by his
mother.
mother,
Turn that mic off.
Ms. Latoya Shiloh, and his aunt, Ms. Joyce Sherd. He's a member of the football, wrestling, and track and field teams at South Florence. His plans for the future are to attend a 4-year college and wrestle or play football while studying for a degree in business. Jalen Davis. Jalen is escorted by Mr. William Davis. He is a member of the football and the wrestling teams at South Florence and a member of the Beta Club. Jalen will attend a 4-year university.
This is what usually happens whenever we're doing something like this. Yeah, you're supposed to say, is anything important or everything's already crazy. We sound good to you? All right. Have you got us over here? Then.
Braxton is undecided on a major, and Bree wants to major in sports management. Jabari Johnson is being escorted by Ms. Kelly Spencer and Miss Retha Johnson. Jabari is a member of the football and track teams at South Florence. After graduation, he plans to attend a 4-year college to study and be a member of the track and field team. Evan Singletary is being escorted by Mr. Eric Singletary and Ms. Nicole Singletary. Outside of his education, he chooses to focus on football. In the future, he plans to play football for a 4-year college. Daquan Burgess is escorted by his mother, Miss Tasha Montgomery, his father, Mr. Stephen McMillan, and his brothers and sisters. Daquan is a member of the football and track and field teams at South Florence High School. He plans to attend a 4-year college to study and play football. Andrew Wilson is escorted by Mr. Adam Wilson and Ms. Brooks Wilson. He's a member of the Beta Club, the National Honor Society, as well as his church's youth group. After graduating from South Florence, he plans to attend a 4-year college to pursue a business degree and hopes to play football as well. William McLean is escorted by his father, Mr. William McLean Sr. He's a member of the Beta Club, football team, track and field team, and the National Honor Society. He plans to attend the University of South Carolina and earn a degree in accounting. Lenoris Sellers. Lenoris is escorted by Mr. Norris Sellers and Miss Cheryl Ford. Lenoris is a member of the football and soccer teams at South Florence, as well as the National Honor Society and the Beta Club. He will be attending Syracuse University next year, where he will study engineering and architecture while playing football for the Orange. Thomas Smith is escorted by Mr. Mike Smith and Miss Rebecca Smith. He's a member of the football and basketball teams at South Florence. Upon graduation, he plans to attend the University of South Carolina, where he will study business in hopes of a career in real estate. Lorenzo Zimmerman is escorted by Latanya Zimmerman and Lorenzo Zimmerman. Football is his only extracurricular activity at South Florence. He plans to attend a 4-year college and major in entrepreneurship. Jamarius Singleton is escorted by Miss Michelle Bethay. His only interest outside of his education is football. Next year, he plans to attend a four-year college and wants to major in mechanical engineering or criminal justice. Grant McDonald is escorted by his mother, Miss Mary Beth McDonald, and his father, Mr. Chris McDonald. Grant is a member of the football and the wrestling teams at South Florence. He is also a member of the Beta Club. In the future, he plans to attend a four-year college and earn a business degree while playing football. Kevion Faison is escorted by Miss Lakeisha Rose and Mr. Kevin Faison. Aside from football, Kevion is also a member of the track and field team. After graduation, he wants to attend a four-year college and earn a degree in physics. Landon Matthews is escorted by his mother, Miss Nikki Valette, and father, Mr. John Valette. He is a member of the football and the baseball teams at South Florence. After graduating, he will attend Francis Marion University, where he hopes to play baseball. Bryce Neesmith is escorted by Miss Leslie Neesmith and Mr. Franklin Neesmith. He's a member of the National Honor Society, the Beta Club, and HOSA. He wants to attend a four-year college and major in pre-med with hopes of attending medical school and specializing in orthopedic surgery. Zawan Sumter is escorted by Miss Lawanda Abraham and Mr. Willie Sumter. Football has been his only extracurricular activity at South Florence, and he will either attend a four-year college and play football or obtain his welding certification. Hunter McClary is escorted by Miss Lauren Coleman and Mr. Glenn McClary. He's a member of the football and baseball teams at South Florence and wants to attend a four-year college to earn a degree and play football. Nate McGee is escorted by his mother, Miss Jennifer McGee, and his father, Mr. Mickey McGee. He's a member of the Beta Club, National Honor Society, and a three-year starter for the football team. Next year, he will attend Newberry College and study sports management. Omarion Timmons is escorted tonight by Miss Bonnie Brown. Omarion is a member of the football team, basketball team, and the men's tennis team at South Florence. He would like to attend a four-year college to earn a degree while playing football. Miles McFadden is escorted by Miss Laura McFadden and Mr. Barry McFadden. He is a member of the football team and the Beta Club. After graduation, he plans to attend a four-year college and play football. Richard Hobbs is escorted by Donella Graham. His only extracurricular activity at South Florence is football. He has hopes to attend a four-year college to study and play football. He is currently undecided where he will attend or what his major will be. Willie Daniels is escorted by Miss Vanessa Daniels. Football is his only extracurricular activity. After graduation, he plans to attend a four-year college and major in biology or health science. That's the senior members of your South Florence High School football team. And now we want to recognize the senior members of our cheerleaders. First, Deisha Bacchus is escorted by her mother, Miss Deja Green, father, Mr. Larry Bacchus, and sister, Dallas. She is a member of the varsity cheer team and the competition cheer team. After graduation, Deisha plans to attend Clemson University to major in biochemistry and molecular science. Kristen Brown is escorted by her mother, Miss Lisa Brown, and her father, Mr. Randy Brown. She's a member of the Beta Club and the National Honor Society. Future plans include attendance at Clemson University, where she will major in biomedical engineering. Dakota Cannon is the daughter of Miss Latoya Black and Mr. Travis Cannon. She's being escorted this evening by her mother. She's a 3-year member of the cheer team and has participated in track and field for 2 years. Upon graduation, Dakota will enlist in the United States Air Force and attend college. Shania Clark is being escorted by Miss Sana Carroll and Mr. Robert Clark. She is the treasurer of the Beta Club, the senior class treasurer, and a member of the National English Honor Society, the National Honor Society, the Mu Alpha Theta, and is the Pharmacy Tech program. She plans to attend the University of South Carolina after graduation to earn a degree in pharmacy. Damani Clayton is escorted this evening by her mother, Miss Shelley Williams. She's a member of the dance and team and a varsity cheerleader. After graduating in May, she has plans to attend North Carolina A&T to major in business and marketing. She plans to pursue a career in real estate. Malia Cornelius is escorted by her mother, Rosetta Richmond, and her sisters, Peyton and Jordan. She is a co-captain of the cheer team, a member of the track and field team, and a member of HOSA, the Beta Club, the National Honor Society, the National English Honor Society, and the National Technical Honor Society. She will attend North Carolina A&T and major in nursing after graduation. Caroline Coward is escorted by her parents, Tracy and Jamie Coward. She is president of Pearls, vice president of the Student Government Association, a member of the National Honor Society and the Beta Club. She's also a member of the women's soccer team. Upon graduation, she will attend Clemson University to major in architecture or nursing. Kiara Harris is escorted by her mother, Miss Nikki Harris, and her father, Mr. Bruce Harris. She's a member of the cheer team, Beta Club, and National Honor Society. Her future plans include attending the University of South Carolina to major in nursing. Maila Howard is escorted by her mothers, Miss Danielle Lawrence and Miss Regina Dancy, and her father, Mr. Darrell Dancy. She's a member of the Junior ROTC, the Spanish Club, and the National Honor Society. She plans to major in computer science at a 4-year college while participating in the ROTC and has hopes to become an officer in the United States Navy. Courtney Morris is escorted by her mother, Miss Tony Ruth, and her brother, Chris Morris. She's a member of the Beta Club, Pearls, National Honor Society, and Theater. Courtney will attend Francis Marion University to major in biology, and her career plans are to become a veterinarian. Jaden Parks is escorted by her father, Mr. Daniel Parks, and her mother, Miss Letitia Bailey. She's a manager for the cheer team. Upon graduation, she will attend USC Upstate and major in nursing. Lee Robinson is escorted by her mother, Miss Connie Robinson, brother Kivante Harrison, and stepfather, Mr. Chris Godbolt. She is a 2-year member of the varsity cheer team, and she plans to attend North Carolina AT&T to major in nursing. Shakia Ross is escorted by her father, Mr. Joey Ross, and her mother, Miss Sharina McDowell. She is the president of the National Honor Society and a member of the Beta Club. She is currently enrolled in the Health Science Nursing Assistant Program. After graduation, she will attend North Carolina A&T and major in nursing. Larissa Siders is escorted by her mother, Miss Lori Siders, and her father, Mr. Ronald Siders. She's a 5-year member of the South Florence softball team, a 3-year member of the Bruin volleyball team, and a member of the cheer team. She plans to play softball at the collegiate level and majoring in sports management. She would love to be a softball coach and athletic director in the future. That again, ladies and gentlemen, is the senior members of the cheer team. And now we introduce to you the senior members of our South Florence High School Band. First, Mr. Tristan Perkins. Tristan is escorted this evening by Miss Fathia Hilton. He has been a member of the band for 4 years. After high school, he plans to attend a 4-year college to study sports medicine. Jayla Gordon is escorted by her mother, Miss Katrina Gordon, and her father, Mr. Timothy Gordon. She's a member of the Beta Club, the National Honor Society, Spanish Honor Society, the Junior ROTC, and the Bruin Band. Upon graduation, she plans to attend a 4-year college and then obtain a master's degree in architecture. Sandy Hernandez Cruz. Sandy is escorted by Sandra and Emilio Hernandez. She has been a member of the marching band for 4 years and will be playing soccer for the Lady Bruins this year. She plans to attend a 4-year college, but at this time is undecided which school. She has a backup plan to attend cosmetology school if she is unable to attend a 4-year college. Richard Sprague, Jr., escorted by his father, Mr. Richard Sprague, and his mother, Miss Nikki Sprague. Band has been his only activity while attending South Florence. Upon graduation, he plans to attend Coastal Carolina University to study sports medicine. Kari Chambly is escorted by her mother, Miss Robin Chambly, and her father, Mr. Jeff Chambly. Kara is a member of the Lady Bruins volleyball team, the concert band, and marching band. She will attend FMU and study biology. Jessica Weaver is escorted by her father, Mr. Eddie Weaver, and her mother, Miss Michelle Weaver. She is a Florence 1 Center for the Arts music student and a member of the Tri-M, the Music Honor Society, the National Honor Society, and the Beta Club. Next year, she will attend the University of South Carolina to earn a bachelor degree in nursing. Jack Pegram is escorted by his father, Mr. Benji Pegram, and his mother, Miss Hope Pegram. He has been a member of the Bruin Marching Band for 5 years. He plans to further his education by studying information systems management. Caden Conyers is escorted tonight by Miss Patricia Conyers. Caden's only activity at South Florence has been marching band. Caden is undecided when it comes to his future plans after South Florence. That's the senior members of your South Florence High School Marching Band.
Testing, testing.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise and direct your attention to midfield for the presentation of the colors for tonight's game. Presenting the colors for tonight's game, please welcome the Navy Junior ROTC Color Guard from South Florence High School. Presenting our national colors this evening is Ensign Shakia Lockhart. State colors presented by Lieutenant Commander Mary Savannah Truitt. Navy colors presented by Lieutenant Junior Grade Mario Brunson. Right rifle, Lieutenant Malia Howard. And left rifle, Ensign Cameron Cotton. Our flag detail in the east end zone include Seaman Apprentice Shakia Burgess, Seaman Apprentice Camille Thomas, Ensign Matthew Floyd, and Seaman Apprentice Aliyah Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing and welcome the South Florence High School Band under the direction of Mr. Michael Lloyd and the South Florence High School Chorus under the direction of Mr. Andrew Dibble as they perform our national anthem.
North Myrtle Beach already kicking.
Officials for tonight's game include referee Mr. Max Melton. Our umpire is Mr. Michael Blanton. Linesman will be Paul Rowe. The line judge Bill Latina.
Break it down. Let's go.
Back
Go,
judge
go, go.
Donnie
Hey,
Strong.
dominate on three. Dominate on
And
three.
our clock
1, 2,
operator
3.
this evening, Mr. William Bevins. For tonight's game. Number 4 is Deshaun Campbell. Number 8, Mason. Number 5, Traquel Curry. Touchdown to Hunter McLaren. South Florence has won the toss and elected to defer until the second half. To begin the game, South Florence will kick off.
Our folks that are watching us on the Florence School District 1 YouTube channel, in their homes, on their cell phones, and all the different watch parties we have around the area. We've already seen some great pictures of some of the folks enjoying themselves over at Southern Hops Brewery tonight. Southern Hops had us on the big screen. Thank you, folks. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We hope you enjoy Bill and I as we try to bring you some action, and Matt as he keeps you updated on everything around the area. Right now, we're showing we've got roughly 2,313 viewers right now on this website. Bill, did you see the results of the coin toss? Because I was giving stats when we were talking earlier.
South Florence won the coin toss. They have elected to defer.
Okay.
So West Florence will bring their offense out on the field first.
And you'll hear the crowd roar a little bit as South Florence, the home team, has entered the field. They're wearing their white helmets trimmed in the dark blue and powder blue, along with that dark royal or navy blue jersey and pant trimmed in white and powder blue. West Florence across the way is going to be in all white tonight, trimmed in gold and green with the solid green helmet and the West Florence lettering trimmed in gold and white. It's going to be an absolute brawl here tonight. This was truly a backyard brawl, and we're excited to bring it to you tonight. Bill, Matt, any final thoughts before we head to kickoff?
Well, as a West Florence graduate, you know who I'm going for. This is going to be one of those absolutely outstanding games. I can't wait.
And I will say this is a game that everyone has had on their calendar since South Florence beat South Point and Myrtle Beach. And when West Florence beat Burns, everyone circled it on their calendar.
Yeah.
At that point, we were waiting. Everyone knew this would be undefeated against undefeated.
Yep, and we're looking forward to bringing you every point of action tonight, whether you're listening to us on 96.3 ESPN Radio or you're watching us on the YouTube channel for Florence School District 1. We're about ready to saddle this thing up and head out of town, so here we go. Kicking off tonight for South Florence is going to be number 26. That's Grant McDonald, the senior. Grant's got a good leg on him. Back deep to receive is going to be number 2 for the Bruins. That's Darren Lloyd, the leading rusher.
Quincy Rhodes also back. No.
Yeah, Quincy Rhodes, and I believe number 11, Bryson Graves, the leading receiver for this West Florence squad. He'll be to the right of Lloyd. And number 3, that is Kelvin Hunter, will be to the left. Kickoff is going to be high and deep, taken right around the 10-yard line by Darren Lloyd. He'll hit it right up the center of the field, right up the gut, and he is almost clotheslined around the 25-yard line.
We are underway in a big way.
That was a nasty hit on Lloyd to start the game, but Lloyd's a tough kid, so I know he'll handle it just fine. That'll bring out the unsung group of the South Florence squad, this defense. It's a very stingy group. Trokel Prue leads the tacklers. They're 92 on the season, followed by Noah Moore with 78. Jalen Davis has 11 sacks on the season so far, and we'll see what they have. Hudson puts a man in motion to his right. He'll fake the handoff, flips the screen pass out in the flat, complete, turn it up the sidelines across the 30 to around the 32-yard line for a nice gain on first down.
Jalen Davis on that stop for the Bruins, along with, I believe that was Quincy Rhodes.
Yep, Rhodes, you'll hear those names quite a bit tonight. Nice pickup of about 6 yards on the first play from scrimmage.
These two teams are pumped for this game.
Deuce puts number 11 in motion, and we've got our first penalty tonight. It'll be against the West Florence squad. Going to be a procedural call.
Yeah, illegal.
They'll back him up 5 yards. So that'll make it second down at about 9. Again, if you're listening to us on 96.3, they're moving right to left on your radio dial, or west to east. Hudson has 3 wideouts here to the near side. The ball's going to be spotted on the far hash mark. Darren Lloyd, the single setback in the backfield. He's going to be to the right. He'll shift him over to his left side now. Hand off to Lloyd up the middle. Going to challenge that tackle all night long, and nothing doing. Lloyd stopped quickly.
He ran into Camonte Rose on that. Brought him down, maybe a short gain.
It'll be third down and about 8. Maybe a long 7, short 8.
Yeah.
Hudson looking to the sidelines. He'll have 1 wide out to his right, 2 wide outs here to the left, and a single setback in the backfield. I believe that's number 3. Going to roll it back to pass. He loses his footing. He's got a receiver right there. It's complete to number 11. He's down to sidelines. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, West Florence.
I believe the defender went for the deflection instead of the coverage.
He completely mistimed that jump. The ball was over his head, and the leading receiver for this West Florence squad has found the end zone one more time. That was number 11, Bryson Graves.
That was a very quick strike for West Florence, something they've done several times this season.
Yep. He's in 21 attempts. He's had 536 yards. He's averaging roughly 25.5 yards per reception with 5 touchdowns. This will bring on number 45,
We have a penalty.
Yep, that'll be a penalty against South Florence, I believe, for encroachment.
These kids are hyped up with all these people here on both sides of the ball.
Yep. Sam Spence.
Sam Spence, though, is on to do some kicking for this West Florence squad. Our holder is number 81.
West Florence declined that.
Jake Lewis
was declined.
trying to get everything set, waiting for the snap. Snap is back. Placement's good. Kick is up and good. And just like that, with 9 minutes and 22 seconds in the quarter, West Florence takes the lead. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to the Game of the Week on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
For decades, Stoudenmeyer Dowling Funeral Home.
How much time did you say was left?
9:29.
9:29.
I'm having to catch the reflection over there.
Yeah.
But I got it. I can look out the window. Well, I say I can look out the window at it. It's 9:59. Sorry.
9:50.
We got people stacked up outside the door. No, you're good.
All righty. Thank you, sir. 10 seconds.
Carolina High School Scoreboard Show on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
Welcome back to the den here with the Bruins. Didn't start off like they wanted to. A little bit of an aggressive play by a defender led to a nice touchdown. We've got a nice pooch kick here, almost a, wow, a little bit of a hit there. He was already on the ground, but ball's covered up.
He was definitely down.
Yeah. Now, I'm surprised they haven't called that more. You know, we saw that same play last week with Myrtle Beach. They did
it every kickoff.
But they kicked it much harder than that, for sure. And that will bring this West Florence defense out.
I don't know why you give Lenoris that kind of field position.
Yeah, I know. It's 30. The ball spotted right at the nose of it on the 35-yard line. The leading tackler for this West Florence squad is one of my favorite players, Franklin Emerson. Franklin is kind of the Swiss Army knife of football players. Number 5, handoff to Shaquem Shiloh. He busts through the line. He's across the 50, and he takes a nice hit right around the 49-yard line into West Florence territory. A pickup of about 15 yards on the first play from scrimmage for the Bruins.
Deshaun Gamble, the senior, on that stop. I believe he was the last guy that had him.
Shiloh has just really come into his own this season. Had a fantastic game against the Hartsville Red Foxes earlier in the season. Handoff again to Shiloh, makes a nice stutter step in the backfield. He's going to pick up some nice yardage after contact. And for literally the shortest person on this squad, he is by far the toughest.
Timothy Rawls, big defensive lineman, fell square on him after gain of 5
yards. Second down and 5. Shaquem Shiloh at 116 attempts. He's got 693 yards, averaging right at 6 a carry, and 11 touchdowns on the season. Lenora Sellers, of course, one of the top touted quarterbacks in the state right now. Probably, in my bet, he should be Mr. Football. If he's not, he has been robbed. He's back to pass. He flips it out, complete to number 10, right along that right sidelines, and he's trying to fight his way out of that tackle. Complete to Evan Singletary, the leading receiver for this Bruin squad.
Once again, Deshaun Gamble on the coverage, pushed him out of bounds.
Singletary has 807 yards on 31 attempts this season. He's averaging about 26 per catch with 10 touchdowns on the season. 2 wideouts to the far side. That's enough of the first down. They're going to hand off to Shiloh again, who goes right up the middle. This time he loses his footing. He kind of came off the ground a little bit, and I think it worked to his detriment.
He kind of hit his own offensive lineman in the back.
Lost his footing.
Yeah. This is the 5th play, and they've gone 25, 33 yards on this play.
Handoff again to the right side. Shiloh trips over his own man before he's brought down across the 30-yard line, right around the 27.
Deshaun Scott, number 13, senior, brought him down, senior linebacker.
That's going to have the ball down right around the 27, 28-yard line. Again, they're going to be moving left to right on your radio dial, or east to west, or control to delete or something, I think, for people that are keyboard challenged. Snap back again, fakes the handoff, going to take it himself. Lenoris gets to corner. He's down the sidelines. He's going to be knocked out right around the 17-yard line. Looks like it's where they're going to mark him. So with 7 minutes and 46 seconds to go, the Bruins are right back in the red zone to answer that opening score for the Knights.
I believe he wanted that all the way.
I think he did too. But I think he wants it every time he touches the ball. Sellers takes a snap. He's going to fake it again. He's rolling out the pass. He's looking. He's got a man caught. He caught it on the flat there. Nice pass to the tight end. He's going to be across that 10-yard line, down around the 5, I believe. We'll say 6 based on where the foot is there for the official.
Again, number 4, Deshaun Gamble, the senior. There was also a player that came in and took his head off on the ground as well. No flag, no flag.
No flags. 7 minutes, 30 seconds to go in this first quarter of play. The Bruins have moved it methodically right down the field. Lenoris has wideouts to both sides. He's going to take it himself, calls his own number, looking to try to get outside. He's going to have a loss on the play of about 3 as he's brought down around the 10-yard line.
He could not get away from number 7, Stephen Smalls. Stephen Smalls had him, was eyeballing him the whole way.
Yeah, it looked like they stretched that play out just enough to allow that backside backer to come in and grab him.
And I would not be surprised if they had somebody on him, keying on him every play.
Yeah, I don't know how in the world do you keep somebody on him with the way he moves around the field so well. Back to action. You have 2 slots. Handed off to Shiloh right up the middle. Thought I saw a face mask there, but no flag. The fans saw it here. They're calling for it in the stands, but nothing doing. No carpet, no flags on the field. 6 minutes, 56 seconds and counting.
Initial contact, Nashawn Frison.
That's another one of those leading tacklers. Well,
Yeah.
Nashawn's actually one of the leaders in sacks for this night squad with 4 on the season. That's going to bring up 3rd down and goal. Again, kind of a stacked formation. They're going to take it right around the right side. He stiff arms it. He's run out of bounds. Nowhere for the quarterback, Lenoris Sellers, to go. And that's going to bring up 4th down here as this Knight defense has bowed its neck. And they're leaning into this line for South Florence.
They have been a stiff defense all year.
Yeah,
They
especially
have.
in these goal line situations. It paid dividends for them earlier in the season. And it looks like Coach Marlowe's elected to go for it here on 4th down, I believe.
You don't go undefeated without a stiff defense.
Well, you're absolutely right.
I know.
Sellers is in the backfield with Shaquem Shiloh to his left. He's going to look back here to the sidelines for that one last play. We're at 6 minutes, 3 seconds is where the clock is stopped. And we've got a
they're gonna think
timeout,
about
South Florence. We'll take a timeout with them. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on 96.3 ESPN Radio. At least that's where the marker is, and they've elected to go for a field goal. So that'll bring on Grant McDonald, the senior kicker, number 26, with the hold by Juan Fargas, one of the wide receivers for this squad.
He does
Snap
a
is
good
back,
job.
plant, kick is up, and it's good. And with 6:03 remaining in the first quarter of play, the visiting Knights lead 7-3. We'll take another quick break. You're listening to the Game of the Week on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
We now return to the high school football game of the week on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
Welcome back to Bruins Stadium. Woody Fagan along with Bill Matthews, Daniel Miller in the booth. He's doing all the production value. The broadcast people are probably enjoying better are the TV broadcast tonight on YouTube, the YouTube channel.
Interesting thing about Daniel, he's from Coward.
He is from Coward.
He's from Coward, I heard.
Yeah. We didn't know they had computers in Coward.
Yeah.
Until Daniel told us
You
that.
left Coward to find.
You left Coward and found a computer.
Oh, there's
Daniel's a
computers.
good friend. He's done a great job with us through the years as we brought you TV broadcast here, YouTube channel broadcast. Kickoff is taken around the 10-yard line by number 3, who turns it upfield to the middle, and he's going to be swamped by a sea of blue jerseys.
A sea of blue jerseys, but initially that sea started with Camonte Rose.
It was Kelvin Hunter on the return. I want to say thank you to all of the folks that are watching us on the YouTube channel tonight, those that are listening on 96.3 ESPN Radio. Our new count is roughly at 3,668 viewers on our YouTube channel. And I got to say a special hello out tonight to my niece sitting at home watching us on the YouTube channel. Kenzie, I hope you're practicing your basketball. If you want a shot at the horse title from your Uncle Woodrow, you just give me a call.
Look at you with the shout out.
First play from scrimmage, Hudson
Hand
makes
off
a
to
nice
number
play
one.
and turns it right up the middle. Busted out here along the side around the 40-yard line.
Handoff to number 1, stopped by number 1, Deshaun McFadden for South Florence. But that was a nice gain, nice pickup. 1, 2.
One of the things we've seen Hudson do more of as the season's going on is call that number. A lot of times he would lean on that running back. Kind of a surprising snap that time. Hudson tries to complete it, and he does so out in the flat. Should have let that pass drop because that cost him about 5 yards on the completion.
It's hard to let those passes thrown to you drop.
Yeah. Jamari Bennett, I believe, was the receiver on that number 9, is who I've got on my roster. And they're right back to the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes, 15 seconds and counting in this first quarter of play.
They are ready to go.
West Florence has wideouts to both sides. 2 to the near side. Ball spotted on the far hash. Number 2 in the backfield. They're going to fake it. Hudson's going to call his own number up the middle again. And, boy, he gets turned around with a pop right at the line of scrimmage. And there's a fumble they're calling on to play. Let's see what happens here. South Florence is saying they have it. No sign from the official yet, though.
Yeah.
Got this crowd all excited. But it's going to remain West Florence ball. Third down and about 12 with 4 minutes and 36 seconds and counting. Three wideouts here to this near side. Ball spotted on the far hash. Lloyd in the backfield with Hudson. Hudson takes the snap. He's looking to this side. Going to complete it in the flat to number 9. He's going to be hit immediately. Almost spins out of the tackle, but here comes the other 11 players for the defense for South Florence.
Derek Goodwin on that stop, but he did hold him up long enough for about 7 other Bruins to show up.
That looked like about all of them. It was the bench, too, I think.
Yeah, they were ready for that.
And this will bring in Sam Spence, number 45, the senior kicker, the golden leg, to do some punting. Snap back. Nice kick.
Very nice.
Turnover beautifully. Going to be fielded right around the 25-yard line by Evan Singletary, who tries to do a few dance steps. Nothing doing for that coverage team from West.
I don't believe he gained a yard.
I don't think he did. He got more laterally than he did the other way.
Michael Jackson there.
Yeah. Nice step there. Evan's not one you want to let out of your sights because if he gets behind you, that young man's got some jets.
He does.
So I'm looking forward. He usually gets loose for one big one every game that we've been to, and it's coming.
And Lenoris will put it there.
Yeah, he's got the arm. No doubt about it. An official timeout. I got to reset that play clock. Interesting point of trivia. The first player, I think I said this before, to score a touchdown for South Florence in the new stadium was number 2, Shaquem Shiloh. I've tried to tell him to get a free dinner out of that. Fakes a handoff. He's going to complete it out in the flat to number 9 for the South Florence squad. That's Jabray Johnson. Jabray, one of the leading receivers on the squad, too, this year.
He was literally wrapped up head to toe by Stephen Smalls.
Waiting to call the number of Mr. Jaden Sellers tonight. The Sellers boys like to do a little bit of pitch and catch in these games. Snap, handoff up the middle again to Shiloh, who's going to push that pile. Going to have enough of the first down with progress, I believe, based on the spot from the official. And that'll move the chains with the ball spotted the nose of it right on the 40-yard line.
That was the junior. Noah Spears on that stop. Held him up. Very good stop.
3 minutes, 5 seconds and counting. Will be well under 3 minutes to play by the time they snap this. 2 wideouts to each side for this offense. Snap back, looking to pass to Sellers. Got plenty of time. Throws across the middle and over the outstretched hands of the intended receiver, number 10, Evan Singletary, who took a nice pop there, I believe, from Franklin Emerson.
He did, and got it for not catching the ball.
Yeah. Franklin's one of those kids. He's an old school type player. He'd come out there taped up, bandaged up, and bleeding from another spot somewhere, but he'd play linebacker all game, and you say, hey, we need a quarterback. He'd go in and play it. He could run that read option effectively. It's amazing what the kid's football knowledge. You hear that term used about a lot of players. He's absolutely got a lot of football knowledge for a junior.
That pass was just a little high, and
Just a little.
he went up to get it and paid the price.
2 wideouts. Hand up right up the middle to Shaquem Shiloh, who, again, picks up some nice yards after contact there. It'll be second down and about 6.
Yeah, that was number 8 that stopped him, Mason Benton.
My goodness, the texts I'm getting from people wanting shout-outs now. This is going to sound like the Hartsville Red
started
Fox
that,
broadcast.
Yeah.
I tell you, got neighbors texting me, sheriff's deputies that should be working, calling me. Snap back. This time he's going to take it himself, choosing his little path to run, and I'll tell you what, he may have it. He's going to be close.
It depends on that spot.
I don't think they're going to get it based on that foot.
I believe Franklin Emerson got him just a hair shy.
It'll be 4th and 1.
First down, yeah.
I think this is a steady feed right here. Anytime it's 4th and short, you're going to see Lenore Sellers take that.
That's a full 1 yard, too.
Yeah.
Yep, he's got it.
And
He's
there you go. He's got room around the outside. He spins out of a tackle. He's across the 50 and down the sidelines. Going to be run out of bounds around the 42, 43-yard line. Every time he gets the corner, the crowd goes crazy.
Every time he touches the ball and runs, they stand up.
Everybody comes to their feet in this stadium on both sides of the field.
They know there's potential there to see something great.
Yep, there sure is.
And they can say, I was there when.
Yeah, exactly. I saw this young man because he's going to be playing on a Saturday near you very soon.
Yes, he will.
Hand off to Shiloh, puts that helmet down. Look at him run. He just challenges the crowd. They still haven't brought him down yet. He's going to be across the 40 for a pickup of about 3 yards.
That's a long way to run for 3 yards. Franklin Emerson met him in the hole just about, and I believe he pushed him back for those 3 yards.
Well, that's a lot of meat to run into to get them 3 yards.
Yes,
Franklin Emerson brings it every time. You can believe it.
Well, it's about leverage from what I hear.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
We're under a minute to play in this first quarter. Again, the Knights are leading 7-3. Looking to pass, complete in the flat. Nice dance move by number 17 who breaks loose. He's going to be down around the 20-yard line. Looked like I thought he had a face mask, but no, he did not. That was complete to number 17, Jaden Sellers. And there you go, a little bit of pitch and catch from the backyard with the Sellers boys.
They're not calling face mask tonight. No
they
face mask tonight.
Because it looked like he went down face first on that.
No, they had a meeting beforehand. No face mask tonight.
Face mask optional tonight. Good deal. I'm glad. We got people everywhere in this officiating meetings before the ball game. Under 40 seconds to play right now. Wideouts to both sides. They're going to shift around, put Shiloh out to a slot position. Empty backfield set. And he's going to call his own number again around that right side. He puts his head down. He's going to be down around the 10, maybe the 9, depending on the spot. Nope, looks like it's going to be the 10. And we're under 20 seconds to play here in this first quarter. Again, the Knights leading right now looks like temporarily by a score 7-3.
Deshaun Scott got up off the bottom of that pile, so I'm going to say he hit Lenore's first and brought him down. Called his name a number of times tonight already.
And looks like we've got a timeout. Nope, that'll be the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick break with them. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
couple quick scores before we get started. Myrtle Beach and North Myrtle Beach in the second quarter tied at 7, and Woody, Hartsville on top of Wilson right now, 7-3.
Wow, close game across town, and you know that there's no party like a homecoming party at Wilson High School. I almost hate that I'm missing that word, not for this game.
I can smell the chicken.
Oh, man. They'll have chicken, fried fish, barbecue, anything you could possibly want will be out there tonight.
All of it delicious.
And, you'll definitely need to lose about 15 pounds before you go to the game. So, 15 minutes are back on the clock as we start this second quarter of play. It's 7-3 West Florence over the home team, South Florence Bruins. Now, the problem is we ran into this situation last time. We got down in around the 5. A bad call resulted in a sack or a loss of yardage. This night defense held firm. Can they do it again?
A little stall on the last drive.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Oh, man, Shiloh met in the backfield immediately for a loss.
I tell you what, Deshaun Scott made the last tackle in the last quarter, made the first tackle in this quarter.
He got nowhere close to that yard to gain there. It's going to be third down and about 2.
Yeah, at least.
Let's see what they call up here.
Let's see. That's a long 2. I would not be surprised to see Lenore's call his own number.
Oh, I wouldn't either, but I also would like to see him throw at one of those darts he throws on one of those little slant routes across the middle, too.
He hasn't thrown much tonight. They've been running. Maybe to wear down this West Florence defense, but they've been running it.
And we got a timeout, I believe, is what we're going to have here. We are. Timeout. Going to be South Florence is going to take this one, I believe, with 15 seconds to go. We'll take a quick break with them. You're listening to the Game of the Week on 96.3 ESPN Radio. In third down and about 2, maybe 3 yards to go here. We're in the second quarter of play. It's 11:15 remaining. Snap back, going to call his own number. Sellers. He's going to have enough for the first down. He's going to be brought down right across the 5-yard line around the 4. So it's first and goal now for these Bruins.
He was stopped and fell sideways another 5 yards.
That's what it looked like.
You don't
slid too.
You don't get any extra yardage.
No.
That does not show up in the stats, but
he definitely got some style points and courage for that, though, because he had about 3 West Florence Knights on him.
He did.
Looking to the sidelines. Going to get that last-second play call.
Ball on the 5-yard line. He's calling for it.
Up to Shiloh. He's pushing that pile. He's going to be close, but not enough to get across that goal line.
Picked up maybe 3.
Nice play by Shiloh. He takes a licking and still holds on to that football.
He does. Low center of gravity helps him out.
You ain't lying. He can hide behind those big linemen we've talked about, just kind of dart in between them.
Pop out.
We've seen him run the ball some this year where he has literally been 5 yards down the field before the lineman even found him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing some previews over here by the producer, and we got another timeout, looks like, on the field.
I think West Florence wanted to look at that one a little bit.
I think they need to talk about it. We're going to hold it here. Want to say a quick congratulations. I was told to say this. Good luck tomorrow to the Marching Knights. They've got the state championship performance tomorrow. They came in 4th place out of 17 at Lower State, I think, last weekend. So
go ahead.
Congratulations to them.
Yeah, good luck. I think I know what's being said in the West Florence huddle over there. Who's got Lenore's?
Yeah, which one of you guys got 16? I know, by the way, somebody needs to cover his brother and the other 2 speedsters on the corner. And there's that little guy in the backfield, Shiloh, who can really push the pile, too. We need to watch him. There's so many different weapons. It's almost an embarrassment of riches that they have. But, when you look across the way, West Florence has the same problem.
I was going to say, they have.
They're not hurting either.
This defense have stood up. They've bowed up, and they have kept them out of the end zone so far. So let's see what they do here.
All right, we're back to action. 10 minutes, 51 seconds. 21 seconds. Going to hand it off. Sellers is going to keep it himself, rather. He's pushing the pile. No signal yet.
I believe he fell in.
It looked like he got into me. No signal. They're going to say he's short.
The 1-inch line.
The nose of the ball
Yeah,
right back on it, and
too.
right back in a jumbo formation with one wide out to the right. Again, takes it right back in a shotgun, and he's through that pile. Touchdown, South Florence. 9 minutes, 29 seconds to go. 9 minutes, 59 seconds in the second quarter. South Florence is back up on the board, and pending the extra point, we'll have a lead. Waiting to see. That'll bring out Grant McDonald. We got an official timeout here. We got an injured Bruin down on the field, looks like. Hopefully it's just a cramp, nothing serious. We're going to start mimicking the Hartsville Red Fox broadcast here. I should have just put a list together of everybody that needs a shout-out tonight.
Well,
Who else have I got here?
I have
These crazy phones going nuts over here.
I believe Anita Matthews. I believe she's texted me like 15 times.
Erica Easler. I see an old throwback photo of her in her West Florence Knights cheering outfit, or cheerleader uniform, rather.
Here we go. South Florence player coming off the field.
I even had a Dylan Wildcat want to shout out tonight.
Dylan? What are
Dylan
they doing?
I know,
No.
man. Justin Page and that crew over there. He and Jessica. Jessica was a South Florence gal, though. He married up.
Yeah, he did marry up.
He definitely
From Dylan,
married up.
yeah,
From
he married
Dylan,
up.
of course. I think she told me she had to buy him his first pair of shoes when they got married. If memory serves.
And show him how to put them on.
That's right. Grant McDonald on to do some kicking. Fargus to hold. And it's good.
It is good.
9 minutes, 59 seconds. The Bruins lead the Knights now by a score of 10-7. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to the Game of the Week on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
Florence Knights 7.
Bruins den. It is 10-7 with 9:59 remaining in the half. South Florence will receive the opening kickoff in the second half since they deferred after the opening coin toss. Back deep to receive is going to be number 2. It's Darren Lloyd.
I hear some Jack White playing. That
Yeah.
must be a kickoff.
It's got to be. Number 11 also out there, Bryson Graves. And number 3 for the Knights, that's Kelvin Hunter. Kickoff
Nice.
is going to be high,
Nice
taken
kick.
by Graves. They're going to do a little lateral across the field. It's complete, and they're going to still bring him down around the 25-yard line, so the trickeration was not exactly as effective as they'd hoped.
No. Number 29, Cameron Coe, was not fooled by that at all.
No, the play took a little long. That
It did,
pass held
yeah.
up there a little bit and allowed
Yeah.
that defense to shift over.
And the pass was a little long, too.
Yes, it was. But still, not bad field position, the 25-yard line. They started off a little worse than that to begin the game. And we'll see what these Knights have.
Let's see.
That'll bring out Deuce Hudson in the offense. He's going to have Darren Lloyd in that backfield. 2 wideouts here to the near side, to the right. Going to leave it in Lloyd's hands. He's going to try the middle of that line. He's around the corner, actually, bounces it outside. He's going to be brought down around the 40-yard line, still in Knights territory. Pick up enough for the first down and a little more.
Trokel Prue, the senior linebacker, with the stop. He was drugged maybe 3 yards on that.
Yeah,
With the momentum.
Lloyd's hard to bring down when he
Yes.
gets those shoulders going. He just gets behind those pads, as they say, and it's tough sledding. Lloyd in the backfield. They'll put a man in motion. That's their receiver. They're going to fake the handoff, run a little bit of an option to this side. He's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
By guess who? Just get one guess.
Trokel Pugh.
Yeah.
Through again. Sorry,
Yeah.
I keep saying Pugh.
Behind the line of scrimmage. He is all over the field.
He's a motor. And, there's one of those players I've not heard a lot about recruitment-wise. Now, Trokel he's a senior this year. I thought he would have gotten a few more contacts, but, still there's still a good bit of recruiting in the season to go. So 3 wideouts now to that far side. The ball spotted on the near hash mark to us. They're moving left to right on your radio dial or east to west.
2nd and 11.
2nd down and 11 yards. Hudson looking to pass, but the play's blown dead, and now we ought to bring out a flag. It's hard to hear that whistle, but we faintly heard it up here. But number 8 is going to be hit with that flag. That's Braxton Blocker, who came up and hit the Deuce Hudson.
Yeah.
The crowd on this side does not like the call.
Well, the crowd on this side, I think, was partially to blame for that call.
Yeah, with the noise and everything
with the
going
noise,
on.
Yeah.
But, congrats to Mr. Hudson. Not only can he shoot a nice jumper and has got good moves with the basketball, pretty good on the baseball diamond, but he might have a career in some acting too there. he helped sell that a little bit as well. So good for him. That's what you do.
He may have maybe he could play punter in the future.
Definitely
Also,
good.
dead ball, personal
Or soccer.
foul on the defense.
Now watch one of those the
Penalty,
other week.
15 yards,
The punter acted
second
like he
down.
got spun around. He got just barely nudged. He did a spin and landed on his face.
A pirouette.
And just stayed there on the ground. And as soon as they didn't call it, he jumped off and ran off the field laughing.
I say if they do that, they shouldn't even wear pads. Don't put any pads, no helmets, anything on them. They're going to act like that.
Oh, goodness.
That brings them up to the 48-yard line.
Yep, the 48-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and about a yard. They're moving again left to right. The ball spotted on the 47-yard line. Snap back. They're going to move the pile enough for the first down, it looks like.
I believe
But,
so.
Not seeing. Got a little bit of noise in the line here we're trying to find. There it goes. Whatever it was, we got it now.
The
Thank
joys
you
of
to
live
Our
broadcast.
technician over here. We're ready to back now. Going to snap back, going to hand it off. And Lloyd, is going to be brought down for no gain. If at all, maybe a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 10 based on how they've got it set up. I see what the distraction is. Somebody's got a small handheld TV device they keep bringing near the lines over there, causing the static. We've got groupies up in the booth tonight. Bill and I are really lucky.
She's watching the broadcast with a live view
While we're talking.
3 degrees
Sitting in front
above
of
her view line.
We'll get into the state of the private jokes. We got 3 wideouts, a group on the far side of the field. Ball spotted in about the center. Going to fake the handoff. They're going to throw it out, and it hits one of the blockers in the back for an incompletion. Nice play if that was designed by South Florence defense.
It hit him in the numbers.
It sure did, right between the 1-1 on the back of that jersey. And good job to the South Florence defender who just kind of positioned him in front of the pass.
He did.
Well done.
Block out.
Yeah, perfect. Same thing they try to do when someone's returning a punt.
Yeah.
Try to move the blocker into the punt returner. Beautifully done. 2 wideouts to that far side, 1 to the near. Ball spotted in the middle of the field. It's 3rd and long, 3rd and 10 for this West Lawrence team. 7 minutes, 34 seconds and counting in the second quarter of play. Back to passes, Hudson. He's rolling to his right. He's going to turn it up himself. Trying to get the corner. He's going to be brought down around the 40-yard line. He's going to be just short, depending on the spot.
Yeah, the spot. That's
I think it's about a yard
that's
short based on that
That's
foot.
short, yep.
What do you do? I'm assuming Coach Jenrette, being the gambler that he is going to go for it.
I don't believe they're even thinking about it.
No, there was no discussion. The ball spotted right on the nose of it on the 40-yard line. They need to get to the 39. of South Florence. They've got that jumbo formation with trips to the far side. They're looking over here, getting that last play called in. He'll put number 8 in motion. He shifts Lloyd, going to hand it off to Lloyd. No, he's going to keep it himself. He's going to turn it up. He's going to have enough of the first down, I believe. He got just enough. South Florence is saying no, but it looks like the spot's going to be right on it. They may call for a measurement, but I have a feeling that West Florence has it.
Yeah, he got that. That was a very good fake.
Yeah, nicely done. I thought for sure it was going around the corner.
I did too.
Darren
I
Lloyd.
thought he had given it to him already.
And they're going to call for a measurement. And I'm going to tell you, though, Bill, based on where that ball's spotted, man, it's they're not even wanting to signal it. So they're definitely going to have to depend on this measurement here. This is a big call. 6 minutes, 36 seconds to go. I'm thinking he's got it by about the nose of the ball.
Maybe the nose. I believe he has it.
There's a lot of slack in that line, Bill.
Ooh.
He does not have it. He's going to be short. It is South Florence ball after a great stand by that South Florence defense. They will take over for a 40.5-yard line.
That was less than 6 inches. That may have been 5 inches, 4 inches.
Wow. And they'll flip the possession now.
That was a nice stop for South Florence.
6 minutes, 36 seconds remaining in the half. South Florence could go up here by another score. Make it that much harder for this Knight squad to return the favor. And we've got a flag on the play from the deep backfield here behind the defense. I'm not sure what that was. Delay of game of some sort? Or substitution, maybe.
Could not be delay of game.
On the Knights, because they didn't look like they had everybody set. South Florence was set.
Prior to the snap, substitution infraction on the defense. Penalties 5 yards. First down.
Of the 45-yard line, so the 44 3/4-yard line here.
You don't need to compound mistakes.
No.
Not getting the first down and then start off like this.
Yep, absolutely. So Lenore Sellers will have 2 wideouts to the far. He's going to flip a little completion out to number 9, who tries to make that. Jabray Johnson tried to make the athletic move before he'd secured the football.
I also believe that he heard footsteps from Kelvin Hunter.
Yeah, Kelvin's somebody I wouldn't want hitting me.
Kelvin was coming hard and fast.
Of course, I'm 51 years old. I don't think I barely can take a punch from my wife anymore. But, anyway.
Well, she's got a mean left.
She does have a mean left. Good. She has a stiff jab, no doubt. Single back into backfield, Shiloh. He'll fake that. He's going to keep it himself. He's looking for some room to run. He's got the corner. Makes a couple nice dance moves and gets out of a tackle. He's going to have enough of the first down. The ball's going to be across midfield at the 49 of the Knights.
Big number 61, Jamie Williamson. I got him as a 9th grader on here with the stop on the Norris. Grabbed him around the shoestrings and would not let go.
Got a name said hello tonight, too, by the way, since we're doing shout-outs tonight, a la we're channeling the Hartsville broadcast. Taking a second snap back, looking to pass to Sellers. He just flips it out to his tight end, who secures it. He's across the 40-yard line after just rode out of bounds by the defense. That's number 82 on the reception for the Bruins. That's Rodney Lassane, the sophomore tight end. We haven't called his name a lot. Crowd wanting a little bit of a penalty there as he was ridden out of bounds.
Well, he was ridden out a little bit.
No tackle, no hit.
Nothing bad, nothing to get to. Deshaun Scott ran him out of bounds.
And I would expect nothing less of your fan base to want, every call you can get.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
But, yeah, that name there from Lake City from back in the day, J.C. Mabes said hello.
J.C. Mabes.
You hadn't heard that name in a long time,
I have not.
Hand off to Shiloh, who's got room to run. Across the 30, trying to get to that corner. He's going to be out of bounds around the 25-yard line of the Knights. And right now, it is like clockwork for these Bruins.
I tell you what, he's fought Stephen Smalls for a good 7 yards. They had a high tackle going on him, and he just fought him all the way.
Yes, sir. And you watch him every game he plays, he's fighting somebody. 5 minutes, 55 seconds remaining in the half. And the South Florence Bruins are right back to the line with 2 wideouts to the far side. Ball spotted on the near hash. Looking to pass, little bullet complete to number 9, across the 20 and out of bounds right around the 15. I believe that was Jabray Johnson on the reception.
Yeah, Bryson Graves on the stop ran him out of bounds. Stopped the clock.
5 minutes, 50 seconds, I believe is what I'm seeing.
That's what I'm seeing.
I'm telling you, it's hard to even look out the window and see. You know, we're above it right here, but if you look out a side glass, you can't see for the heads and the bodies standing all along the rails here.
Yeah.
It's amazing how many people are packed in this stadium tonight. Sellers has Shiloh to his left. He's going to keep it himself, takes it around that left side. He's going to be taken down around the 10-yard line after he carried about 3 of the Knight defenders with him.
Yeah, he carried Deshaun Scott and Mason Benton.
I tell you what.
And I think there was one more. He kind of picks and chooses his holes as he goes through.
He's got good vision.
And when he finds one, he goes.
Back to action. Sellers looking to the sideline to get that play call.
They got 2 wideouts out to the right.
Yep, one to the near side. He's going to fake it, throws that dart, and he had his receiver there, intended for number 9. It was Jabray Johnson, just a little low. Now, I've got Jabray, but they also call him Jabari. So I never know if I'm saying the right thing, but every lineup and roster I get's got Jabray on it. So we'll stick with that, too.
It's all right, Brian.
Don't remind my brother he's related to me. And back to action. Snap back. Here he goes. Is complete. He's going to be brought down around the 5-yard line.
Bryson Graves on that stop with the initial hit almost as soon as the ball got there.
Yep. Not a lot doing. I like that slant route they threw earlier, the post route they were running.
That. That'll be
That's
there.
the one that's there. It's been there all season for them, especially with the elite feet he's got on those wideouts.
The pass was just a little low.
2 wideouts to the far side. The ball spotted on the near hash mark. Seller shifts his tight end. He's going to call his own number again. He's just pushing that pile forward, and he's going to be across the line. They call it. Touchdown, Lenore Sellers, with 4:31 remaining in the half. South Florence will go up by another score.
That's how many for him tonight?
2 at least.
That's 2.
He didn't kick the field goal too, did he?
Did he? We'll have to look.
I don't think he did.
Ask Scott.
That's Grant McDonald. Yeah, I can talk to Scott Chauncey. He'll have the official word on it.
Where's Curtis? Is Curtis? Curtis will know.
You can't depend Curtis. He's probably having a Mountain Dew and a Lance Nab.
Some nachos.
Yeah, some nachos as he's trying to film. Pinning the extra point. It's good. 17-7 is your score. 4:31 remaining in the half. You're listening to the Game of the Week on 96.3 ESPN Radio. Woody Fagan along with Bill Matthews, Matt Jordan back in the palatial community broadcast studios. We've got ourselves a good ball game if you're a South Florence Bruins fan right now. 17-7. Yeah, as far as
a football fan.
Yeah. Got to say hello to another one tonight, to the Daniels clan over on Leland Drive. That's a house divided. You got a South Florence graduate or 2, a West Florence graduate or 2. They might have to call the sheriff's department over there before the night's over. Them babies of theirs are kind of sassy. You got to watch them. Grant McDonald ready to kick it off. Nice high end-over-end kick. Going to be taken right around the 15-yard line by Darren Lloyd. Lloyd makes a nice stutter step, but then he's immediately met after he tries to do a spin. His progress is going to be stopped right around the 25, I believe.
Number 5, Troquel Prue.
You kind of love that
Tell you
guy.
what. And number 47, Terry Gordon. Both combined, they hit him at the same time, drove him back 10 yards. I know it doesn't count, but
still. It was impressive nonetheless. They gave him a little more progress than that. We'll say the 28-yard line.
And I hate to conjure anything up, but we've only had one penalty tonight.
Yeah,
well,
there
2.
you go again.
3, but they were just offsides infractions.
That's amazing. We're getting updates. I'm seeing over 5,000 viewers right now. Oh, wow, almost 5,200 viewers right now on the YouTube channel. That's got to be a record for us tonight. Thank you to all you that are making it happen, and we hope you're enjoying the broadcast, as well as the superb camera work by your District 1 crew. And they are doing a good job. And by the way, they're doing it at no pay. Ooh, major hit around that right side. And that will bring some oofs out of the crowd over here from the South Florence side, as Darren Lloyd was met with some authority.
Quincy Rhodes with the authority on that. Hit him right at the out-of-bounds marker. No flag, no flag. Clean hit.
Thank you, too, by the way, for all our listeners on 96.3 ESPN Radio, your community broadcasters. Matt, Bill, and I try very hard to make this a quality broadcast. We hope you're enjoying it. 2 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near. Ball spotted on the near hash. He'll put number 11 in motion to this near side. And we've got, I think, some movement on that line by the West Florence squad. That may back him up.
I believe this crowd had something to do with that, too.
I tell you what, thank you also, because I just got another beautiful note from a great friend who's been a fantastic benefactor of this broadcast. He's been very generous through the years, never even questions the sponsorship. Just come up and sign the contract and let's go. But Dino Cholkas and that group at the Sunday House, they do a fantastic job, and they are great supporters of high school football in this area. Go by and give them your business and tell them you heard it here. Back to pass once again. Hudson under pressure, rolling left. He's going to flip it out into the flat, and it's just going to be incomplete. And that'll stop the clock with 4 minutes, 13 seconds to go in the half. But every one of our sponsors are absolutely fantastic. But really do appreciate those like Dino who have been here from the jump. And I'm sure they must be listening and watching it over at the Sunday House tonight, too, at the drive-thru.
I hope so.
Enjoy some soft serve and one of them hot fudge cakes. Those are fantastic.
Ooh, hot fudge cake.
Yeah, Bill might leave the broadcast now to go get one of those.
Halftime's coming up.
Ball on the near hash. Near 1 wide out here to the near side, 2 to the far. He's going to roll to his left. Hudson's looking to pass downfield. He's under some pressure. He's going to loft one up just out of bounds, well out of reach.
Just threw it away.
And that'll bring up 4th down and long. Excuse me. Yep, that'll bring in Sam Spence, number 45, to do some punting.
4th down and 14.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
We would normally pick, say, 4th down in Timminsville.
Yeah, but we're on TV tonight, so they can tell.
So they know we're not.
They know
really
it's not in Timminsville.
Spence makes a nice kick. It'll be a spinner.
Nice kick.
It's going to take a nice roll for West Florence, so kind of at an angle, and they're going to down that bad boy right around the 25-yard line, and that's where the Bruins will take over with 3 minutes,
58
seconds. Let's take a quick break. You're listening to the Game of the Week on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
At that point.
It's the high school football game of the week on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
Welcome back to action. We've got a flag on the play from the first play of scrimmage here on the new possession for South Florence. It came from the backfield. I have a feeling it's probably going to be against. No, they're calling against the defense there of West. I thought it was movement by South Florence.
Yeah, it's usually where the flag is.
And that's going to give them 5 yards.
12 men on the field against the defense. Penalties 5 yards. Still first down.
West to east.
They started the last series with a 5-yard penalty.
Yep, the same way.
Yep.
Lenora Sellers has 1 wide out to the far side, 2 to the near. Going to leave it. Shaquem Shiloh's hands going to try that right side. He's able to get the corner. He's going to be close to the yard to gain. They'll probably spot him down with about a 4-yard carry on that. Yeah, so it's going to be 2nd down and 1.
Deshaun Scott on that stop called his name a lot. A lot. That's got to be 47 tackles for him tonight.
He's one of the leading tacklers. We had a flag on the play, too. I didn't see that flag. It's just picked up. And that's going to be additional yardage from the spot. Unsportsmanlike, apparently, of that nature. The ball's going to be moved up 15 yards now to midfield. Did not see who it was called on. I did not even see the action. But wow, not a smart move there. They need to get this ball back with limited time left remaining in this first half. West Florence will have to kick off to start the second half. South Florence takes the snap. Going to look to pass. Sellers looking downfield. He's going long. Throwing deep in the corner. He's got a receiver. Complete to number 9. Touchdown, South Florence.
Touchdown.
Unofficially 55 yards on that toss. Complete to Jabari Johnson. Wow.
That was beautiful. I'm glad it was on television.
Yeah, people don't believe what a beautiful pass this young man throws. But, man, he makes it look so easy.
I'm glad there was proof, video proof. We have said it all year long. Beautiful pass, beautiful play. You get to see it tonight.
Yes, sir. Sure do. Pending the extra point, kick is up, and it is good. It's 24-7 with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in the half. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to the Game of the Week on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
All right.
Having fun?
Of the week on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
Welcome back to the Bruins Den. The Bruins are taking a commanding lead here in this first half of play. It's 27-7. I'm sorry, 24-7. I can't see the scoreboard. I'm catching a reflection here and there, but I see you there now. Thank you. I've got a terminal right in front of me. I've been looking at the scoreboard. Well, I've only done TV once in my life, and that was a lot harder because you really had to watch the monitor. You couldn't, they'd sit you in front of the window, but you had to call it from the monitor. You couldn't watch the field. And I'm like, that was really hard. So anyway, back to action. Oh, at halftime, we've got a great show for you. Matt's going to have updates from around the league as well as the state. We'll also have Phil Kornbluth giving a preview of all things college football tomorrow. And Bill Matthews is going to break out in a vocal rendition of Ave Maria.
And I'm singing some George Michael songs.
And George Michael, too. Kickoff was taken by number 2, Darren Lloyd, who's trying to bounce it outside. He's going to bring it around to the 25-yard line. Again, maybe the 26. Once again, bottled up by a sea of blue.
Nothing doing on that play.
And tomorrow morning, if you find yourself up early, because we got a lot of college football, a good slate tomorrow, tune into Game Day in the Carolinas, the PD's premier tailgate show, hosted by Matt Jordan and myself. We start things off tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., and we are fueled by your phone calls. We want to talk about anything you want to, with the exception of politics. We do not go there. And that's getting harder and harder to do, but luckily we've had a lot to talk about in college football this season.
Yes,
It's been fantastic.
I saw this afternoon Vince Dooley passed away.
He did. I did not hear that. I've been busy all day, it seems like. Back to action, though. Hudson has 2 wideouts to the far side. He'll put Lloyd in motion. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to be met and brought down in the backfield for a right out of 5-yard loss. And did we have a flag come in there?
Yes, that's a face mask.
Was it?
Jalen Davis on the stop, but I believe they
No, he's giving a hold signal, I believe.
That looked like a face mask.
It was thrown right at the line of scrimmage. Let's see what the call is here. Not sure what they're calling. Did you see a signal yet? Okay, here he comes.
Personal foul. Face mask.
Face mask.
On
They
the
did call it.
defense. Penalty
They're actually
15
trying
yards.
to use the mics tonight. That's going
First
to move the ball up there about 15 yards.
So they are calling face mask.
They are calling face mask now in the second quarter.
All right, okay.
So it's the ball's going to be spotted right around the 37-yard line. 1st and 10.
Looking to the sidelines for the play.
Yep. 2 wideouts to that far side. They've got Lloyd in a bit of a slot, though they'll probably put him in motion back toward the center. No, they kept him out there. They're going to throw a little lateral out to number 7. It's complete And he's going to get walked. No, he's out of the tackle. My goodness, but tries to circle back around. He's going to lose yardage on the play. He wasn't forced back. He ran that direction.
Deshaun McFadden had him all wrapped up, lost him, and Trokel Prue came in, cleaned it up.
Lost almost 5 on that. That was Steven Smalls on the reception. Smalls would have been better trying to just continue going forward, but instead tried to circle back, and that hurt him. And he's got the speed to do it, but I don't think he realized how fast this South Florence defense is either.
Yeah.
2 wideouts to the near side here. Ball spot on that far hash. They're going to fake the handoff, and Deuce is going to keep it himself around the near side here. He's going to try to turn it up, and he gets back to the original line of scrimmage. All that running for a pickup of about 4 yards, looks like.
Jalen Davis on the stop for the Bruins. Pickup of, maybe 4 yards.
It's 3rd down now, and we'll say 8 yards.
Yeah.
Two wideouts to that far side here. Big down here for the Knights. They've got Lloyd in the backfield to the left of Hudson. Hudson calls for the snap, then looks to the sidelines there, as is customary for a lot of these read option type plays. One wide out here to the near side, looking near, throwing to the corner.
Looking deep.
And he had a receiver out there, but looks like number 9, who was his intended receiver there, that was Jamari Bennett. He went into like a cramp before he even got to his route.
He stopped the route, and he's up. He's hurting now. He's got a cramp.
Yeah. He's back up, though. He's going to be back in the ball game, but it just caught him about mid-stride, and he gave up before the ball got there.
It did. That's a shame.
Yeah, you got to hate that. I hated getting them in the middle of the night, and they'd wake you up like that after a ball game. That was the worst, but I can't imagine what it's like to be running full speed down a field, and all of a sudden it just kind of jumps up and grabs you like that.
Yeah, he's up there. He's being helped off, but he'll be back.
They're taking a little bit of their time getting him off the field.
Bring up 4th and 8.
We got, a minute 54 remaining in the half.
124.
124. Again, you got to make that screen over there bigger. My eyes are bad. I'm an old man. Can't see. Got all these heads blocking the window over here. That doesn't matter. That doesn't help at all. But, I mean, you can leave it off. I don't care. They're cutting the windows off for us, too. They're taking them a little bit of a timeout. We'll just hold it here. But tomorrow morning, Matt, you got any updates for us real quick?
We can get you a couple scores here going for it. Well, we got a couple seconds here. Myrtle Beach trailing North Myrtle Beach right now, 14-7. Carolina Forest up on St. James, 31-14. Hartsville on top of Wilson, 28-17. And PD Academy on top of Florence Christian right now, 28-6.
We're back to action. Punt's going to be taken, fair catch called for. They're going to give it to him right around the 12, 13-yard line, and that was Evan Singletary on that reception.
That was a nice punt.
Franklin Emerson has got a nice leg. He's going to make a college team very happy here.
No, that was a nice catch. He caught it over the shoulder.
You're talking about him catching
over the shoulder.
That was one of the nice Willie Mays basket-style catches
Willie
there,
Mays
I do
Hayes
believe.
there. Okay, they have 1:18 left in the half.
24-7 is your score. South Florence is taking over Lenora Sellers.
They start on their own 14.
Hands off to Shiloh, right up the middle. Shiloh's going to be bottled up pretty quick after a gain of maybe 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. And they're letting that'll just keep that clock running. We're going to be under a minute by the time they snap this. Well under a minute.
Do you go for one here?
Why not? We have the quarterback hit with his arm. Wait till the last waning seconds of this half and uncork one.
No, go for 2. It stops the clock. Go for 2.
I say go for the length of the field. He's got frisbee catching dogs or gazelles out there on the corner with Evan Singletary and that crew. Those guys Jabray Johnson, his brother.
Oh yeah,
they can go.
They can fly.
I'd let him try one. Handoff again. Shiloh is going to again not pick up at about 2 yards, which I'm saying not. I mean, he's running into a pretty beefy defensive line there for West Florence. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. The clock is running, and I think that's probably going to do it for the half.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to listen to us.
Nope, that's going to do it. They're under 15 seconds. They won't have to snap another one off. We hope you've enjoyed the first half. I'm going to turn it back over to Matt back in the community broadcast studios for an update about all the scores around the area, as well as Phil Kornblut at halftime. We hope you've enjoyed the first half. Hope you will join us for the second half. But you're listening to the High School Game of the Week on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
All right, gentlemen.
Representing South Florence High School at 3 competitions this fall. At this time, please give a warm Bruin welcome to our South Florence Bruin Band. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's your South Florence Bruin Band, Dragon Hunt.
quite a bit of a backyard brawl. It's 24-7. South Florence leads over West Florence right now. Matt, I hate to ask you, but what are your impressions of the first half?
Right now, the better team has won, or is leading, I should say. South Florence come up with their
going in the towel, Matt.
Little Freudian slip there.
I'm sorry.
Long day.
Long day. Bill, what are you thinking?
This has been a good game. It started off very fast. West Florence scored. Their defense they stood up to South Florence in a couple of instances, but it's been the Lenoris Sellers show. He's scored 2 touchdowns and himself. It's been a good game. I still believe the second half will be a very good game. West Florence go in and make some adjustments, and they'll come back strong.
I agree. Just having Lenoris Sellers on the field definitely ups and amps that performance of that entire offensive unit. Not only do they click, but they play with a confidence to the point that when he's on the field and you're moving the ball, he is money. Now, he might not be money like my wife's personal banker, Carla Holt, but he's money either way. So he's definitely bringing it to the bank. He's put, 3 scores on the board? 2 scores he's responsible for tonight.
Yeah.
And, just
directly
his influence.
responsible.
Yeah, directly cross that goal line. But, what a first half of play. West Florence is by no means out of this contest at all. We've seen them come back in the past. I'm expecting a better second half. I know Coach Jenrette, they make good decisions and they make good adjustments at halftime. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I believe it'll be a great second half.
Well, I think West Florence has been playing great. It's just that South Florence, after the touchdown they gave up to West Florence, has played a nearly perfect game.
Yeah, I agree. Now, Matt, I know you gave a bunch of scores, but Buster Freeman from the Hartsville broadcast just texted me that Hartsville's at the halftime 35-31 over Wilson.
Wow.
And you've got Buster's number, correct? Would you mind texting him our score just so he'll have it?
I'll run in there and I'll give it to Brandon. How about that?
That'll be great. I'd appreciate that whenever we get a next commercial break. But they're doing their mandatory walkthroughs right now. We've got about 2 minutes left on the clock. I would anticipate you may see a better dose of Deuce Hudson trying to throw the ball a little bit more here in this second half of play.
I believe so. I believe they will come out
Not really seen
throwing.
them stretch the field much. They've been doing a lot of read option. They've been leaving it in Lloyd's hands, trying to stretch that corner. Hudson's called his own number a few times. Sometimes it was beneficial, other times it was not. But they've got a couple good receivers we've not called yet.
And I've been wondering where they have been all night.
He's had enough time to get some quick strikes done, some slant post routes, things of that nature. They're throwing out to the flats a lot, but they're not doing anything to really stretch the field. And that's what I think they need to do. They've got to get those got to get that defense spread out a little bit.
Well, they're running out of football to do it, so I think they'll come out in this half and do that.
Yeah, it's been a great half of play, though. I've totally enjoyed this. I would say this has still lived up to its billing, despite the little bit of a difference in the score right now. So,
speaking of that, I have a shout out. I just got a text.
Oh, my goodness. Go ahead.
I'd like to.
I've been taking up all the shout outs.
Yeah,
tonight.
I'd like to give a shout out to Chris Gowdy's brother, Jason.
I remember Jason. He was a good athlete.
Yes, he was.
Fantastic running back for me. I coached him on JV football at Carolina Academy years ago.
Yep.
Shout
out to Jason.
I don't even go so far as to say maybe stud. But, yeah, good family over there. I always thought a lot of Chris and Jason both.
Yep.
So we're all about out of shout-outs tonight. I think everybody and their mom has reached out to me. So it would seem – I hope that my wife's personal banker does not get mad and know that I'm on to them, because I've noticed my paycheck has been disappearing, and I call the bank and they won't talk to me, but they'll talk to my wife. So that's the way it goes.
Yeah, that is the way it goes.
I accept my position in life.
All right, we're about ready to get underway here.
Yes, they are. They've got their walkthroughs done. The teams have returned to the sidelines. The fans are still holding in pretty well from both sides of the field, though we've seen a few folks matriculate out the gates. I think some of them just trying to beat that traffic after the game, but I don't understand why you go through the trouble of crawling over people to get into a spot to turn around and leave at halftime.
Well, it was maybe some of the younger crowd over there from West Florence.
It could have been. The student section still packed pretty well, though, I'll say.
And it is Friday night.
Yep. We've got Whiteout over there across the field from West Florence. I think they're having camo night for the student section over here. At least that's the best I can tell. I saw some hiding into bushes earlier.
I got official word this is camo night here.
Okay, good. All right, I'm glad they gave you official word now.
No, I asked 5 girls that had camo on. I said, "Is tonight camo night?"
Oh, okay.
I got a very ridiculous look, and they said yes.
Oh, my goodness. We're ready to kick off. Sam Spence kicks a knuckler. Going to be taken, well, it's not going to be taken off. It's going to go through the back of the end zone. Line drive shot there
It's a nice kick.
by Dr. Tim's youngin. Good kick there by Sam. He is a fine young man. Both the kickers for these teams have strong legs. I know Sam's been talking to several schools up and down the East Coast. Division I, some of them, and some of them not. But that's okay. It's all about the experience, I think. The fact that you'd be allowed to play on a Saturday for any type of uniform outside of high school, I think is an outstanding opportunity for any young man or athlete, young woman from our area, period. Back to action. We've got 2 wideouts to the far side. The ball's going to be spotted to the near hash. They're moving right to left. Direct snap to Sellers. He's just going to take it himself. He's got the corner. He's at the 30. He's pushing a blocker. He's just steps out of bounds right around the 37-yard line to the near side here of the field. Well enough for the first down.
Got a little drizzle coming down here.
Oh, we do. Oh, I see it. Just like a mist coming in.
Yeah, it's like
almost.
a mist.
Wow.
Yeah.
I hope this isn't one of those, never mind, Stephen King type mist. We don't want to talk about that. But
scared me to
that
death.
was a terrible movie.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I read the book in 6th grade. I couldn't sleep.
Sellers in that shotgun formation. He's going to have a wide out here to the near side, one to the far. Got a slot receiver just off the opposite side tackle over there. Snap back. Fakes it to Shiloh. Rolling right, looking to pass. He's having to come off a blocker. Still manages to get a pass off. It's going to be an incomplete pass. What kind of arm strength is that? As you're going down, you still chunk the ball about 25, 30 yards on a line.
Deshaun Gamble was all over him. They could have called in the grass there.
It was close, but he's a lot of young man to bring down.
A lot to get in the grass, huh?
You ain't lying. Again, one of the nicest young men you'll ever meet. Every time you talk to him, he's just got a big smile on his face. Always very pleasant. Even through his injury last season, he took it all in stride. 11 minutes, 15 seconds. The clock is stopped. This time they're going to smother him right around the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I don't think.
Sellers didn't get very far. Third and long.
No gain on that play.
We'll say 3rd and 10. Sellers looking to the sidelines. Hadn't really been able to put anything together, but, you know, we've seen pretty much, other than that one pass play that kind of blew up, it's pretty much been Sellers, carrying the ball, rolling out. Which at this point in the ball game, to me, is a little, I don't know, maybe unnecessary is what I want to say. They've got a lead. You want to protect it.
Shiloh's been doing his part as well.
Nice fake to Shiloh. A little button hook complete to number 9. He's down the sidelines. He's got a man to beat. He's going to be run out of bounds at the 20-yard line in West Florence territory, well past the first down marker. Beautiful play.
Stephen Smalls ran him out of bounds. Stephen Smalls had the angle on him, and that was, I believe, a touchdown saving.
Yeah. Surprisingly, Smalls ran him down there. Normally, I think he was surprised to spin out that was Jabray Johnson. And if that had been Singletary, he might not have called him.
Yeah, I don't know if he would have called him.
And we're right back to action here as they're inside that, pretty close to that red zone line now, just inside the red zone.
That is a demoralizing play for a defense.
Hand off to Shiloh, who takes it right up the middle, and I thought he had a little bit more room to run. His helmet comes off. His head's not in it, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, his head's still attached.
It's going to be 2nd down as he gets the ball right down to the 15-yard line. I thought he had a lot more room to run. Just out of nowhere, he got flipped.
I don't think he saw number 5 was laying on the ground, Franklin Emerson, and I think he just didn't see him, and he flipped right over him.
I'm telling you, Franklin would take his helmet off and throw it at you if he had to tackle you. Nice little miss coming down. We're getting ready to be under 10 minutes to play here in this 3rd quarter. Snap to Sellers, he's looking for that wide side. He's got the corner, and he's going to pick up a couple of yards. Going to be close to the first down marker. A couple nights slow to get up.
He's going to be about a yard and a half short.
Let's see where they mark him.
Maybe 2.
Yeah, almost 3 yards there. Third down. We'll say 3rd and 3. Let's see what they do here. Sellers is helping Shiloh get his visor cleaned there on the front of that helmet.
I'm sure this mist is.
Yeah, they're running right into it.
Yep.
Hand off to Shiloh. Round the right side. He's got a corner. Touchdown, Shiloh. Touchdown, South Florence. The Bruins are in the end zone again. 30-7 right now, pending the extra point. Shiloh with a nice scamper around that right side.
That was very nice, and that was a good use of the word scamper.
Yes, it was.
He picked up the first down nicely, and then all he saw was end zone corner.
That's right. He looked like a rabbit hitting that corner there when he got around that corner. He just popped up in the end zone. Nice run by Shiloh.
Kick is up.
It's good. 31-7 is your score with 9:21 remaining in the third quarter of play. We'll take a break. You're listening to the Game of the Week on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
Ooh.
More live action. It's the high school football game of the week on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
Welcome back to the Bruins Stadium. Bruins Den, and they've got a lot to celebrate right now. 31-7, they lead their crosstown rival, their Region 6 4A opponent. This very well will determine better placement in the state playoff race. And, Matt, that's something we haven't really talked about, the bracketology of this and where that winds up on these teams. I know we'll probably talk about that a little bit tomorrow morning on Game Day in the Carolinas at 8 a.m., so tune in on 96.3 ESPN Radio. Kickoff's going to be short, but taken right around the 20-yard line by Lloyd, who takes it across field. He's got a block. Can he get the corner? We got a flag flying in. He's almost down the sidelines, down to the 35-yard line, almost to the 30 before he's brought down. But again, a flag came flying in from far backside of the play.
Number 12, Daquan Burgess on that stop.
In the area of a hold, I'm betting, or some sort of block in the back.
Block in the back, probably.
That's most likely going to move them back around the 30-yard line, I'm assuming, around the 32.
During the return.
Not much farther than
Personal foul. Face mask.
Face mask on the defense.
At least 15 yards from the end of the run.
All right, that's surprising. That's going to put them in prime time
20?
position there. Yeah, with a 15-yard mark off from the 30-yard line. That's going to put them, they're spotting them down right on the other side of the 20-yard line. So the Knights will have it in the red zone after a great return by Lloyd and a face mask penalty.
Tacked on to it, yep.
You ain't lying. 19-yard line's where it's placed. 9 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the third quarter. It's 31-7. The Bruins are leading the Knights.
And I believe the Knights know it, too.
Oh, yeah.
This is their opportunity.
They've got to capitalize on this now to even get back in this ball game. They've got one wide out to the far side, two to the near. Ball spotted on the far hash mark. Lloyd to the left of Hudson. Hudson takes it, looking to pass, throws it out. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Almost caught on the bounce by the receiver. He had two receivers kind of in the same pattern, the same area.
He overthrew one, it looked like, and the other one had a short shot at it.
You have to wonder, though, if 9 had not been in the flat there, would 7 have caught it on the slide? Because it would have made it to him. Who was he looking for?
Yeah.
Second down and 10 now. The ball spotted on the 19-yard line. Two wideouts to the far, two wideouts to the near side, one to the far. Lloyd behind Hudson. Hudson will shift him to his right. He'll hand off to Lloyd right up the middle, and they goes nowhere. Just a log jam in the center. The better play might have been to kept it that time and running around the right side.
I believe that was the wrong read there.
Yeah, they were waiting on that. They just kind of collapsed on him.
Of course, I can see it much better from up here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's easy to make that call when, we're doing the armchair version of this contest.
Yes.
And we're not in that mist, which the mist is kind of slowed down. No, it hadn't. It's still coming down. Just couldn't see it from my angle. Third down. Hudson's going to call his own number. He's trying to bounce it around to left, and he's going to lose his footing there after he's hit low. Be taken down around the 15-yard line. It'll be 4th down and about 5.
Deshaun McFadden caught him in the backfield.
One of those leading tacklers there on the defense there.
He caught him, knocked him down far enough, and he kind of crab rolled to about 4-yard gain.
Yeah, you've got about 4th down and 6 now. Clock is running. It'll be under 8 minutes to play by the time they snap this thing off here. Hudson will have Lloyd in the backfield with him to his left. They'll shift number 8 to that left side. He'll roll to the left, looking to pass. Now back to the right under some pressure. Being chased, looking to throw, winds up. He throws one in the back of the end zone. It's going to be batted away by the defense and into the superintendent's tent.
Did you say superintendent's tent?
It went in there to the soiree they're having in the end zone back over there, into the literally went in there to the buffet.
I see shrimp all over the place.
Oh, gosh, I hear you. And that will be a turnover on downs. West Florence will to South. And this mist is affecting him because Hudson throws a nice tight spiral. Typically, that ball came off like a wobbly duck when he released it. He couldn't grip it.
Yeah, that was a very good defensive stand for South Florence, though. They had the penalty after the kickoff that moved the ball further down into their own end of the field, and they stood up to them.
Yep, nice play. Now let's see what this South Florence team will do with it here, with a nice cushioned lead. And again, at 7 minutes, 46 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Again, it's 31-7, South Florence. Snap, hand off to Shiloh. On that right side, he busts out. He's got a little room, a seam. He's drugged down from behind around the 30-yard line. Enough for the first down. Run of about 14 yards on that carry. Shiloh was caught from behind on that.
Yes, he was.
I couldn't see a number on it.
I got number 10, but I don't have a number 10 on here.
That does not always surprise me.
We'll say Jimmy Lipper.
Okay, that works for me. First down with the ball spotted at the 32-yard line. Still in Bruin territory. Clock is running at under 7.5 to play. Snap back. Going to fake the handoff, looking to pass. He's immediately got somebody in his face. And he tries to throw one out. There was an intercept.
That was very close to an interception.
They're going to say no, it was trapped, not intercepted.
That was very close.
Franklin Emerson, that guy's a ball hawk. He's got a nose for it. It was close, but from our angle, it looked like an interception, but the officials were right on top of it. Now, the folks that are running the television broadcast portion of this, they probably got you a really good angle on that. I think they've got cams in the pylons in the end zone. There's one in the goal post down there. I saw one of those things flying through the air a little while ago with a camera on it and a blinking red light. They've got cameras everywhere tonight. You got to watch this Florence.
There's not one on me, though. I've been trying to get one on me.
And no cam on me. They won't do a close-up. Hand off to Shiloh up the middle. Again, room to run. Now, I tell you what, this offensive line for South Florence is starting to take over in this game a little bit. Shiloh's had some room to run tonight. At least on the first 2 carries in this series.
There's been some holes for him to run through. Nice holes to run through.
He's getting 10 yards a carry easily on the last 2.
Finally pushed down Kelvin Hunter on that. Finally pushed him down, but that was enough for a first down.
That'll stop the clock at least till they get it set. And it's rolling back again. We'll be under 7 minutes to play in the third quarter. Snap back. Going to hand off to Shiloh. Again on that left side. He bounces it outside. Again, nifty move. And he's going to be out of bounds for another gain of about 12, maybe 13 yards on that carry. Enough for another first down, and this time they're into West Florence territory.
Deshaun Scott, again on that stop. I believe this West Florence defensive line may be getting a little tired.
Yeah, this offensive line for South Florence is leaning on them at this point.
And they are making some holes.
And the worst thing you can possibly do right now is have the South Florence defense on the sidelines looking bored. I have all sides there. One of the linemen jump off there for West Florence. I'm not going to call a name.
That was Jimmy Lipper.
Jimmy Lipper again.
Yeah.
Offside on the defense. Penalties 5 yards. First down.
Again, the clock is running. We're under 7 minutes to play right now, just under that. They'll wind it up here. 2 wideouts here to the near side. The ball spotted on that far hash. We've got 1 wideout over there. Shiloh is to the left of his quarterback. Looking to pass under some pressure. He flips it out. He's got a receiver out there.
Oh!
Got held up in traffic and overthrew his receiver.
Now, you were talking earlier about bracketology.
Yes.
Does the score, or what does the score play into that?
Only in points of tiebreakers, I think. Is that right, Matt? When we have a tiebreaker type situation as far as wins and losses, they'll resort to the number of points scored on the season, right?
Defensive points allowed.
Defensive points allowed.
Defensive
okay.
points allowed. Tell you what, you can't mess with old Matt on the rules.
No, you can't. He's got them down.
He knows them.
He carries around in his back pocket, I believe.
Does he? All right, looking to
They're
the
taking their
sidelines.
time
Yes,
right
they
now.
are.
In no hurry. This play clock's going to run way down, I think, before they decide to snap it. We're down around under 10 seconds to go. Sellers takes a snap, hands it off to Shiloh, hits that line hard, and he tried to push the pile forward. He's going to be close to the yard to gain, but I'm thinking about 1.5 yards, maybe too short.
Yeah, I think he's a few yards short. Here's this spot.
Hats off to my line crew tonight, too, man. They've been doing a good job. They get that stick up in place over there quickly for us to see.
That does help us out a lot.
Big time with these eyes. 3rd down and about 1.5 yards. They're saying 1 from the box over there. We'll say 3rd and 1, too. Why not?
Yeah, it looks like
Let's
1.
be consistent. If we are nothing else, we are consistently bad. Doing a little shifting now. Empty backfield set for Lenore Sellers, and we've got movement. I think that's going to be on the Bruins.
That's the Bruins.
They'll back them up 5. So 3rd and easily manageable for this squad is going to 3rd and
Snap. False start on the offense. Penalties 5 yards. Still 3rd down.
Last carry, he got held up pretty quick, so we'll see. What's the play call here for the Bruins? We're under 6 minutes to play.
You have to pass, right? 3rd and 6.
You got a big quarterback like Sellers, I might let him roll out.
Might let him roll this way to the long side of the field.
Yep. He's looking to pass. There it is, and he had him too. Just overthrew his intended receiver. That was number 35. Is it Westbrook? That's 25. I'm sorry. 35 is who I had. That's Landon Matthews, tight end, senior. Have not called his name at all tonight. I'm not sure if he is related to Bill or not. I don't think so. Bill's not claiming him since he missed the pass. So I don't think they're related.
No, we catch passes.
Oh, okay, gotcha. They'll move a man in motion.
Back to punt.
Sellers is going to fake it. He's going to carry it himself. He's got the corner.
got it.
First down, Lenore Sellers.
And a flag.
And he's hit out of bounds, too.
I believe that's holding.
That could be holding there. If it is, then, yeah, they'll definitely punt it this time. And, by the way, we forgot to mention Sellers does some punting for him, too. So it's not uncommon to see him back there. Let's see what that's going to be. Yep, it's going to be against the Bruins.
Holding on the offense. Penalties 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Repeat 4th down.
Yeah, it's at least 4th and 14. They'll definitely punt this.
Speaking of Pamplico, say hello to some friends of mine on the Pamplico Highway tonight at Midori Japanese Restaurant. Good friends of mine, Bubba and the crew in there, I know are working hard. Snap back to Lenore Sellers. Lenore takes a punt. Nice high kick. Wow. And it's going to hit around the 10, takes a roll. It's knocked down around the goal line. Nice play by the cover team for the Bruins. West Florence will get it if it wasn't bad enough. They're going to get it on the 1 yard line or thereabout to take over on their next series. What a play. What a kick by Sellers.
Mackie Matthews was down there quickly.
You're claiming him, huh?
He jumped in the air, threw the ball out of the end zone, landed on the 2.
5 minutes, 36 seconds to go in the third quarter.
This is not what West Florence needed.
Not
to be
at all.
pinned this far deep.
No, you don't want to be pinned at all. That's going to put them starting in their end zone.
South Florence will be coming in with their ears pinned back and coming hard.
Deuce Hudson has one wide out here to the near side. The ball spotted on that far hash. They're going to hand off to Lloyd. And he's going to be, I thought he was bottled up right on the goal line, but it's close. They throw him back into the end zone, but it's going to be forward progress, which was about a yard, maybe. Second down and they gave him about a yard. We'll say second down and 8.
They suplexed him. I saw his legs come up.
Yeah, I did too. I'm surprised they didn't draw a flag.
I am too.
Almost a power slam there, a la Waterboy style.
That was Tony Schiavone stuff there.
You ain't lying. I hadn't heard that name in forever. Snap back, looking to pass is Lloyd.
Looking deep.
I tell you what, I said Lloyd. It was not. Looking deep there along that far sideline. They're going to be falls incomplete. Intended for number 11 is Bryson Graves, lead receiver there with the Knights. He and Deuce have just not been able to hook up down that sideline. You know, Deuce had time to throw the ball.
He did.
It's just that with that little bit of mist that we've had now, it's made the ball and the field slick. I'm sure that ball is not a typical Deuce Hudson pass.
Well, and when you're throwing from your own end zone, that makes it.
Yeah, your nerves are up too.
Yeah.
You're right. I could see that for sure. Once again, they're back in that end zone. Lloyd's going to be to the right of Hudson. Hudson will put his end in motion. He's going to keep it himself and challenges right up the line. He's going to be close to that first down marker, but I don't think he's going to have it.
I don't believe he got it. Yeah, I believe he's going to be about a yard short.
Well, wow. He's right on top of that. That's got to be a first down. They got to call that. Yep, and it will be. They'll move the chains.
I did not think he had that.
It didn't look like it, but good effort by Hudson, he's not one to give up. Under 4.5 minutes now. By the time they snap it, it'll be under 4:30.
They're right back at it.
Hudson has wideouts to both sides. Got a little bit more of a jumbo formation. I'm sorry, that's Emerson at quarterback.
There, yeah.
I apologize. Franklin Emerson again, I told you. He'll take the snap. He'll hand it off. Lloyd makes a couple nifty moves in there inside the line. They're trying to get some green area to run in. Picks up a couple of yards. It'll bring up second down.
We have an injured South Florence player.
Yep. Got an injured Bruin on the play. And they're going out on the field to tend to him. So we'll take a quick break. You're listening to the Game of the Week on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
The week on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
Matt Jordan back in the ESPN Radio 96.3 FM studio. Real quick, got a scoring update for you. AC Flora is on top of Ridgeview right now, 28-16. Woody?
Wow, thank you for that update from the upstate. That's the former head coach of Wilson, which Derek Howard of who's got the Ridgeview squad.
South Florence player's off. I believe he had the wind knocked out of him. I believe he's good.
We got Emerson back in the game. I'm wondering if Hudson's okay. I don't see them tending to anybody over around the sideline area as far as being injured, it doesn't look like. Snap back. Hudson's going to take it himself. Emerson's going to take it himself and reach for that line to gain. He slides about a good, I guess, yard or so against that turf.
Yeah, that mist has helped that slide.
And they're giving him the first down.
That was a very good spot.
Yeah, not a very generous spot to say the least, but that's okay. Emerson convinced him with the
I'd like to
with the effort.
give another shout out here real quick.
Go ahead.
Jennifer Welch just texted me, said she's watching. Out in Turbeville.
I didn't know they got us over there in Turbeville. They got internet over there?
She's got rabbit ears up.
Wow. Going to take the snap. Again, Emerson's going to keep it himself and go to try to take it around the corner. He may have picked up a yard.
Maybe. They strung that play out very well, South Florence. And I believe 10 of them on that tackle.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you can't afford to have your star quarterback out of the ballgame when you need to play catch-up and you're under 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. These plays are taking a good bit of time. I mean, Emerson is dependable, but now they've got Hudson back in the ballgame, I believe. Yep, there he is. I see that big number 1.
Yep. I believe they were strategizing.
A little bit.
Strategery coming into play here.
Wideouts to both sides. The ball's going to be spotted on that far hash mark. Snap back. Hudson looking to pass. He's under pressure. He's able to evade one. He's coming out to the corner. He's trying to throw a little bit of a comeback route, and it's going to be incomplete and short of his intended receiver.
Yes.
That will stop the clock. With 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go in this third quarter of play. This quarter's taking a little bit longer than I thought.
Braxton Blocker was in the backfield on top of him almost as soon as he got the ball.
Don't know how he evaded that tackle, but good for him.
Yeah.
Third down and about 8. Ball spotted on that far hash mark. This crowd's getting loud.
Third down.
Wideouts to both sides. Snap back. Fakes. No, he gives a handoff there to Lloyd there with a nice fake. And he was able to, thought he was going to be able to turn it, but he couldn't get out of the grasp.
He could not get out of the grasp of Mackie Matthews.
There you go.
Once again.
Bill's claiming that one. So
he lost 3 on that play.
Now they've got Emerson back in, but normally they'll quick kick from this position with 4th down and long. And he gets one off the side of his foot. It's not very pretty, but it takes a good roll.
Very good bounce.
Across midfield. It's going to be fielded around the 43 by Evan Singletary, and he is upended hard right on his neck and shoulders. Man, they're checking on him, too, to make sure he's okay. Good sportsmanship there by the West Florence defender.
Yeah.
Immediately up to check him.
Yep. That was just a bad look tackle.
Yeah, that's the sad part about some of this. Most of these kids have all played ball with one another through the youth leagues in Florence and the area. They've all played on at least the same teams together. Could you imagine what that group of kids would have been like back in the day with a Lloyd, Sellers, Smalls, the big receiver over there from Wilson. It's so good. They all played on the same team here in town at one time.
Shiloh.
Yeah, Shiloh too. We're right back to action with the ball spotted at the 48-yard line, and the play's been blown dead. We're going to have a timeout, I think, West Florence. So we'll take that timeout with them to thank our sponsors. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
ESPN Radio 96.3 FM studios, where we've got an upset tonight, Woody. North Myrtle Beach 20, Myrtle Beach 14. The playoff picture just got cloudy.
Yes, it did. It sure did. And I will tell you what, that does not hurt my feelings in the least. Congratulations to the Chiefs in North Myrtle Beach for upsetting their crosstown rival and a team. North Myrtle struggled all season long, and what a signature win for them to finish off that season.
They did. You know they savor in that victory.
They should enjoy it. Back to action, though. We're going to have a fake handoff there to Sellers, and he's going to be tackled literally with a shoestring while carrying one of the West Florence defenders on his back. That was Emerson, I think he was giving the piggyback ride to.
It was, and he's the one that helped him up.
He's across the 50-yard line into West Florence territory. The ball's at the 48-yard line. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting discussion tomorrow when they start looking at the playoff picture. Man. I was texting with one of their broadcasters earlier today, Wayne White, with North Myrtle Beach, their broadcast team, and he's like, man, I wish I was at your game tonight instead of mine. I bet he's changing his tune now. That's great. Snap back, going to hand it off to Shiloh. He's going to try that left side again. He's going to pick up a couple yards there on second down, so it'll be third and about 3.
It was about 3 nights on that stop there.
Well, they didn't give him a spot at all. We'll say third and 4.
No, they did not give him a good spot.
That's okay. Shiloh doesn't care. We see a few of the South Florence players came off there. They're making a little bit of a shift here. Waiting to see. They're looking to the sidelines to get an update on the play. We're under 30 seconds. No, excuse me, under a minute to play now.
Under 20.
And this third, under 20. I can't see the clock exactly well. You're right, under 20. Going to fake the handoff. Sellers is going to keep it himself. He's trying to bull rush that ball forward. I think he's got enough for the first down depending on the spot and where the officials got that left foot. No, they did not give him that one either. It's going to be fourth and short.
No, it looks like they gave it to him.
No, they didn't. It's going to be fourth in the length of the football when we come back in the fourth quarter. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to the Game of the Week on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
There's a face mask, too.
Fourth quarter of play. They just did their big hype video heading into the fourth quarter. Want to take a quick second to thank our sponsors. Again, the Sunday House, the Jabali Law Firm, Mr. Sparky, Galloway Auto Glass, Benjamin Franklin Plumbing, Stoudemire Dowling Funeral Home, Rivals, A Store Divided, and FTC, your Farmers Telephone Cooperative. Near and dear to my friend's heart over here. Snap back. This time, Mr. Sellers is going to take it. He's going to just fight and spin and run his way around and gets that first down. He's going to be out of bounds right around the 35-yard line into South Florence territory.
It looks like across the field there, it looks like third quarter at Williams-Brice.
Oh, come on.
They're
Clemson fan over here, not well taken.
They're filing out at a pretty good clip.
These Clemson people, I tell you. We're back to a first down now. Got wideouts to both sides. Ball spotted on that far hash. You're going to snap it back. You're going to hand it to Shiloh, who's trying. No, I'm sorry. That's Evan Singletary trying to get to that right edge, and he's going to wind up losing a ton on that carry.
Yeah, he
should have planted his foot and gone forward.
He lost pretty good yard. Deshaun Scott.
You know, trying to one thing about Shiloh, he's pretty much north and south.
Yeah.
You hand him the ball, he's going to hit it where you tell him to.
He's quick, though. He plants that foot, and he's gone.
He's gone. Evan likes to dip and dive around.
Well, he's young, too.
Waiting for them to get their play drawn up here. They've got Shiloh back in the ball game. He's going to be to the right.
Is that second and 15?
Second and at least 15 yards. Snap back. They're going to hand it off to Shiloh. He almost gets tripped in the backfield. He just puts his head down and runs forward. He's almost back to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be third down and long either way, and the clock will still run with it'll be under 10 minutes to play in this fourth quarter by the time they snap it off.
Mason Benton and Jamie Williamson on the stop for the Knights.
It's been a very good ball game tonight there. If you're in that blue and gold uniform, I know West Florence is disappointed. They've just struggled a little bit on offense after that first drive.
They have. They came out smoking.
Mm-hmm. moving the ball well.
And their defense has held up pretty good except for about maybe 4 plays.
Under pressure, Sellers is flushed out of the pocket, trying to find that corner. He's going to be run out of bounds, which is not exactly what I think Coach Marlowe would have wanted him to do. Keep that clock running.
Yeah.
He was trying to throw the ball around the right side, wound up having to reverse his field.
Steven Smalls ran him out of bounds.
Yeah, that's about the only person I think on that. Well, there's a couple other.
There's a
Smalls
there's
is
a few.
fast, though.
Yeah,
He can definitely keep up step for step with Sellers. Nine minutes, 40 seconds to play in this fourth quarter. Again, 31-7 is your score. Sellers and crew just taking their time here on fourth down. It's 4th and about 6. And they're going to have a timeout here. They're going to be taking South Florence, and we'll take one with them. You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
If you have that ticket, please bring it to the press box to collect your winnings. Again, the winning ticket number 67-76-14-8.
The Bruins are over there drawing up some plays with some bottle caps in the huddle.
One of the old dry erase boards,
Yeah, that was the
in
original.
the lap, yeah.
Yeah, you're the stick. I was
Draw
always the stick.
The stick in the sand. They're drawing up a good sand lot play here. It's 4th down and 6.
Looks like they're going for it.
9 minutes, 30 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. South Florence is definitely going for it. Wideouts to the near side here. The ball's on the far hash. One to the far side. Shiloh is set up to the right of his quarterback, looking to pass under some pressure. He's just going to take it himself. He's going to have a first down. He's around the 20-yard line, going to be run out of bounds at the 18 into the red zone of the West Florence Knights. That's Lenore Sellers. That's all him.
He dropped back. I believe that was design play. He dropped back, cleared everybody out. Linebackers went out. Everybody went out, and then he just took off.
Would you call that one a quarterback draw?
Yeah.
I mean, you just let everything clear, and everybody heads downfield, and you just run behind them.
Quarterback draw option.
Yeah, quarterback draw option pass. He had that arm cocked like he was ready to throw it, though, at any time. And you know, with that arm, he can.
But it cleared out really quick.
Hand off to Shiloh, who takes it right on that right side, just across the 15-yard line. Or no, they're going to spot him right on the 15. They're not giving Shiloh any of his bounces tonight.
He usually gets those.
Yeah, at least one carom. He's kind of a little human pinball out there a little bit. He will bounce. Got to say, too, I'll say this after the play. Shiloh to the right of Sellers. He's looking to the sidelines. We got a wide out to the far side, one to the near. The ball spotted on that far hash mark, but congratulations, or I shouldn't say congratulations, but great job done by our sheriff tonight and his crew, Sheriff T.J. Joy. Handoff around the left side to Shiloh. Nice stiff arm. He's going to be close to the yard to gain. Going to be maybe about a yard short, and they'll wind 2 yards. They'll wind the clock.
Once again, Franklin Emerson on that stop.
You're gonna call his name this time next year because he is always involved in something on this defense. 3rd down and 2. But yes, Sheriff Joy and his crew have done a fantastic job of managing the crowd tonight. They're out in force just to make sure everybody has a safe, enjoyable event and gets home safely.
And they were
well.
on top of it. Before
Yes,
this game even started, they've been on top of it all week.
All season,
all
all
season and all week.
They've done a great
for this
job.
big game.
Spoke with him earlier. I told him I'd interview him at halftime if he wanted to come up and talk.
He told me he was coming up here.
I hadn't seen him, but he's busy.
Shiloh again. Picks up enough for a first down, be 1st and goal from about the 6-yard line.
Once again inside that area, they're going to threaten here, and the clock's running.
I believe
7
they want
minutes, 30 seconds.
I believe they want one more.
Why not?
I believe they want one more.
I mean, the last 2 losses to this South Florence squad has taken to this West Florence team has been by 5 points combined. They've always been close, and then they had some pretty nasty ones there back about 5-6 years ago, much to Matt's delight. Fakes the handoff now to option himself. Norris will be across that end zone for a touchdown. 6-yard scamper by Lenora Sellers. 7 minutes, 11 seconds to go. We're waiting on the extra point. Right now it stands at 37-7. Somebody better be there to protect the 10 at the end of the end zone here after the kick from Grant McDonald. Keep it away from the fire pit or whatever it is.
There's a fire pit. Let's see.
Where does this one go? Does it bounce off the roof or what? Kick is up. It's good. And it's off to that left side. Boom, off the back corner of the 10, I'm assuming.
I believe it did. I hope they got their deposit back on that tent.
Yep, I hope they do too. It's 38-7 is your score right now with 7 minutes, 11 seconds remaining in the contest.
7.
I believe this score is going to mess up the points differential between these two teams.
The only thing that worries me about that last play is we've got Lenora Sellers on the trainer's table over here now. Looks they're checking out that ankle. Probably just going to apply some tape to it.
When he was running the last play, he ran over to the opposite sidelines. He came up limping a little bit. I didn't know if it was just his shoe. He ran out of his shoe. But I believe it's just – I thought it may have been a hammy, but I think it's just an ankle.
It looks like it. And, you know, these kids, they didn't get to play like we did. We tried to do our own wrapping. They've got trainers and all that now that those kids have almost like a cast on their feet by the time they get the shoes back on it. So I know they're well taken care of. McLeod does a good job of helping with the trainers and all that on this on all the schools here in the area. So it's not just South Florence. We appreciate their partnership too.
Oh, yeah. Keeping them all healthy and upright.
Yes, sir. Kickoff is up. Nice end-over-end kick. Going to be taken right around the 12-yard line, this time by Lloyd again, who takes it right up the middle. He's got room to run. Just the kicker to beat, and he's going to have it down the 40, the 30, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, West Florence. No flags on the play that I can see.
That's just the way you draw it up.
Yep, that's just the way Coach Jenrette knows designed it. And just like that, he took it here to this near side and ran it right back up the middle of the field. And, you know, you could tell it's a bad sign there when you've got just the kicker in front of you. And Grant McDonald did everything he could do to hit him, but it's kind of hard to tackle a guy when you're backpedaling.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's not a guy I'd want to hit. Waiting for Sam Spence in the extra point. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Bill.
He saw a little daylight, and he took it.
The kick is up, and it's good. With 6:57 remaining in the contest, the Knights are right back on the board after a big play from Darren Lloyd. It's 38-14. And I'll tell you, we've got to pick ourselves a player of the game tonight. We always have this argument and discussion. 6 minutes, 27 seconds to go in the contest. You know, we've given it to him before, but I still think he's on it tonight. I'm all over Lenora Sellers for this one. I don't know what you guys are thinking. Matt, I'll take some which now you've got to help pick, Matt. You can't be mad because it's West Lawrence. You know,
no,
you're losing.
I'm not mad at all. Better teams winning tonight. I got to go with Lenore's too.
We have given it to Lenore's. He's had a heck of a game. Shiloh.
That's true.
He has been a workhorse tonight.
Yeah, I like Shiloh as well.
They have given him the ball. He has gotten a steady 3 to 7 to 8 yard clip.
You know, I don't disagree with that. I'd be happy to give it to Shaquem Shiloh. Hard kickoff there. It's going to bounce around. The South Florence players still haven't covered it up, and they finally get it covered down around the 22-yard line. That time that line drive knuckler like you saw Myrtle Beach kick the other week. So, you know, thank you to Dino Chalkus and the Sunday House over there, Dino's Grill and that crew. They sponsor our player of the game, and that certificate we give them entitles them to a free meal, dessert, and drink. And I was picking at Lenoris last time I gave him one. That was about his second one for the season. I'm like, you taking your girlfriend out to dinner? I hope it's saving you some money. And he smiled and said, yes, sir, I am.
He's saving them up.
He's saving them up. Look out, Dino. He comes up, he might bring the whole family.
He might have enough.
Won, so he might. Because we've got him through the playoffs, too. Snap back. They got the backups in now. New quarterback in the ball game. That's number 31 for the Bruins. That's Hunter White. He's a sophomore quarterback. southpaw, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he is.
Bill's running the groupies off. Gracious.
Done it my whole life.
Under 7 minutes to play here in the contest. Right at 6.5 minutes on the clock. We've got Hunter White in at quarterback. He'll take the snap. He'll hand it off right up the middle. It's Shaquem Shiloh that time. Still running just as hard as he was at the first of the game in the deep part of the fourth quarter. Not much of a pickup. It's about 2 yards. It's going to be third down and about 6 yards. Clock will run. At this point, that's the biggest ally to the South Florence team. Not that there's a fear of a comeback, but they want to go ahead and end this game cleanly. Now we've got Lenore Sellers back in the ball game.
He got some tape on that ankle, and I believe, or that foot, and I believe he's back.
Some Gatorade.
Yep.
They probably gave him some Hubba Bubba.
They rubbed some dirt on it.
Rubbed some dirt on it. He's good. Nice pass thrown behind his intended receiver. Almost picked off there. The outstretched hands of the diving Stephen Smalls, who's been all over the field for West Florence tonight on defense. That was well designed. It just took a little second there to negotiate
to develop,
the fake.
Yeah.
And that'll bring in, Sellers will stay in the ball game to do a little bit of punting. Back deep to receive is Stephen Smalls.
On the
excuse me, that is Stephen Smalls, number 7. Yep. Kick is up. Man, he kicked the bomb. Wow, that thing's way up in the air. It's going to take a sideways kind of bounce right down the 35-yard line, and that's where they'll down it in West Florence territory. We had to bend down and look up underneath the awning to be able to see the ball. He kicked it so high.
He had a man right on top of him in the backfield,
You
too.
ain't lying. We'll take a quick break here. You're listening to the Game of the Week on 96.3 ESPN Radio. They'll have a playoff before we get back from commercial, though.
All right, well, we got 5 seconds.
Okay, 4,
3, 2.
Attorneys at Javali Law Firm are lawyers helping injured people. Coming up after the game, it's the South Carolina High School Scoreboard Show on 96.3 ESPN Radio.
Welcome back to the Bruins Den. Nice play on the first play from scrimmage here. The new possession pass was complete to Trevor Milliken, one of the senior wide receivers, on a little bit of a slant. He's going to pick up close to 6, maybe 7 yards on that. It'll be second down and 3.
Chantuan Harkless on the stop for the Bruins.
Deuce Hudson will look to the sidelines with 3 wide receivers to the far side. Ball spotted just on the other side of the near hash. He'll put Lloyd out into the pattern, looking to pass. Flips it out to the flat, complete to Lloyd. Lloyd will turn it up the field. He's going to be back to about the original line of scrimmage. He might have picked up a yard on that.
Derek Goodman on the stop for the Bruins on that. He had a man wide open. He had found the seam. He was going down the seam. He had a man nowhere near him. Right down here. He had his arm up. Never saw
Missed
him.
him.
Never saw him.
Hudson looked like he had a little bit of happy feet on that one. He's moving around a little bit.
Yeah, he
too
was
much.
looking.
I'll be under 4 minutes to play now. Third down and about 3, maybe 4 yards.
South Florence with single safety back.
Looking to pass. He'll flip it out again to Lloyd. Lloyd will turn it upfield. Picks up a nice block. Got a flag on there. It's going to be a block in the back, though. West Florence, that's coming back.
That is a costly penalty. Quincy Rhodes ran him out of bounds, but it will be for naught.
Penalty flags are down.
Block in the back on the offense.
That's what it'll be.
Yep. Penalty's 10 yards. Spot of the foul. Repeat third down.
They'll repeat the third down there, but it's got a little bit more yardage to pick up here. It's third down now and about 12, 13 yards.
So you have to throw here, right?
Yeah, you don't have much choice.
You have to throw here. 3 minutes, 52 seconds left in the game.
Got to say hello to a couple other friends, Lynn Stone and the folks at Hotspot Wholesale.
Happy and Pam McGrath.
That's right.
They called in.
That's true. And Lee's Young and Avery Hopkins. Hello there, Avery. Hope you're doing well, sir, and behaving yourself. Snap back. Looking to pass.
Looking
Hudson's
deep.
got them happy feet, and he's going to be bottled up. No, he's out of the tackle. Nice move. He's able to get it across to 40. Picks up a good chunk of yardage there on third down, but it's still going to be fourth and about 6.
He should have only picked up about 2 yards on
Agreed.
that play.
I thought they had him.
They did, and he got out of it twice.
Yep.
On that same play.
Bill, they're throwing out T-shirts earlier. Now they're throwing out footballs. We need to go out and get us a football.
You don't have a connection for that?
No connections, man. I don't even get free hot dogs at the game. That's tough.
You're not doing something
Now,
right.
I know. 2 wideouts to the far side. Hudson's going to roll to his right, looking to pass. He's hit as he throws. Hopefully he gets up. He doesn't appear to be hurt because that was one of those hits there that could have been night-ending.
Jalen Davis had his number on that, had his arm as it was coming forward, and went straight up in the air.
Yeah, it's been a tough
The
night
flag on the play.
for Deuce and them.
First down.
It was against the offense. They'll decline that penalty. It'll be first down South Florence, but the ball is going to be spotted on the 42-yard line in West Florence territory, and clock is stopped at 3:08 right now. We're almost done. Stay tuned. After our broadcast, Matt will wrap it up to let you folks know how we got where we are, kind of a post-game show. And again, tomorrow morning, tune in to Game Day in the Carolinas, our tailgate show from 8 to 10, right here on 96.3 ESPN Radio. Handoff on the first play there. Shaquem Shiloh makes a nice run on first down. We got an injured player now with the Knights. That's Emerson.
That's Emerson.
He's down right now. I hope it's no more than a cramp or something minor, but they'll run the trainers out on the field to check him out real quick.
He may have got the wind knocked out of
I
him.
think so. He just landed wrong.
I believe he got the wind knocked out of him.
Shiloh picked up about 4 or 5 yards on that carry.
I was just about to say, I don't think we'll see that clock stop again if South Florence has their way.
No.
Shiloh left, Shiloh right.
I don't think they'll do anything more than that. Just try to run the clock out here from this point with a 38-14 lead. Matt, do we have the bracketology and stuff done for this playoff so far? Do we kind of know where we're at, region?
I do know as it stands right now, South obviously region champions, West second, Hartsville is in third, North Myrtle Beach will finish fourth if the Wilson-Hartsville score holds.
Which is
wow.
what?
What's that score now?
It's 56-32, I think is the last I saw.
Say that's going to hold. That's amazing that North Myrtle Beach will finish fourth.
Yeah, 3-way tie.
Emerson up and off the field on his own power.
So they would finish fourth despite Wilson defeating them?
Yeah, because it's the 3-way tie. That's where the defensive points allowed comes in.
Wow.
$56-38, by the way.
Wow. Not a good night for homecoming for
No.
the Wilson crowd. But, hey,
No.
they're going to have a big time anyway. The parade tomorrow, I'm sure. Handoff up the middle to Shiloh. He's got room to run. 20, 10, 5. Trying to get the corner. Did he get across?
If he did not, he's 1 foot line.
They're going to throw it down. That was a lazy toss there. He was in that end zone. That was a touchdown for Shiloh. That's a terrible. The far official from the other side of the field was the one that came over and tossed that beanbag. While the official on the line there, where he ran out of bounds, didn't throw anything. They're conferring. It looked like he broke the plane.
It did. It looked like he was across. And I will tell you what.
And they're going to put him
The runner
down at
stepped
the 1.
out of bounds prior to losing the ball. It'll be first down at the 1-yard line.
Oh, man.
Justin Joe, he's an offensive lineman, an 11th grader. He was over there arguing the case that it was a touchdown with everything he had.
You got to love it when your teammates come in, especially the big guys up front. They wanted another touchdown for him. Handoff to Shiloh, and he trips, and he's bottled up in the backfield, and immediately the tackler goes down. I'm not sure what that was. It must be a cramp. Two minutes, 10 seconds is where the clock is stopped.
I think that may be a special cramp.
Oh, my goodness. Again, somebody gets embarrassed tonight. I heard the announcer announce that someone's ride is here. My mom and dad, I wouldn't have spoken to them for a week. They've done that to me.
That would have been fine with them.
Yeah, it would have been fine with them, too. They probably would have liked that. No doubt about it. And I want to say a happy birthday tonight. I don't know if he's listening, but Dylan Heeger is 11 years old. I want to tell him happy birthday. I hope he's enjoying the game tonight. I think he's actually here in attendance. So let's hope that he's enjoyed the ball game and he's a South Florence fan. If not, it might not be a very happy one. The West Florence player is still on the field at this point. They're still working on him. I'm not quite sure where it is. It doesn't appear to be like anything major. It's a leg, not a neck or anything. He's going to limp off under his own power, and he's going to come out of the ball game. Again, 2 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the contest. The ball spotted at the 3-yard line. They were trying to get Shiloh a TD in there tonight.
You got to give it to him here, right?
Oh, heck
you got
yeah.
to give it to
they
him
gave
again.
it to him last time. Give it to him one more time.
Give him that wide side of the field. Let him stretch it all the way out.
You know, it's one of the few times where he ran that ball there on that last carry that we thought he was in the end zone, where he actually ran it to the, to the outside area of the field. He wasn't running in between tackles.
Yeah,
one of the few times we've seen him stretch it out. Snap back. Again, handoff to Shiloh. He's turned at that line of scrimmage. He's trying to pull the pile, and he's not getting any help from his linemen. They could have pushed him forward and got him across the line, but they didn't do it.
I thought he was in.
It looked like it at first, but they're saying the 1.5, 1 yard line.
Yeah, 1 yard line. He was.
Well,
he took the pile with him the entire way.
The marker on the far side saying third down from about the 2 looks like, but the ball looks like it's right on the nose of it's on the 1.
The nose is on the 1.
Under 2 minutes. Minute 20 seconds. And we're going to see what they do here. I'm guessing the handoff to Shiloh, and he's going to be in the end zone for a touchdown. So Shaquem Shiloh has got him a touchdown here on senior night. It's 44-14 pending the extra point by Grant McDonald.
Shiloh left, Shiloh right.
He's the toughest little man on the field tonight. I can guarantee you that. There's your rhyme, because he's a bad little man. He is built like a pine knot. He is just muscle. Snap back, kick is up, and it is good. Where does it hit on the tent? I haven't seen it hit the tent yet. 45-14 with 1 minute, 9 seconds remaining in the contest, and that's probably going to do it here for the most part.
Yeah, I believe you might can call that ball game.
Matt, do we have any other updates so far?
I haven't seen any updates yet out of Hartsville. I think that's about the only game that we really are keeping our eyes on at the moment.
All right, didn't know if we had any updates from Ridgeview, because that's one of those programs that is definitely going to be on the radar for one of the Florence teams in that state playoff.
Well, especially the team they're playing, one or both of these Florence teams are going to have to play AC Flora going to the playoffs.
No doubt about it. And it'll be an interesting contest, and hopefully we'll be able to bring it to you eventually here in the latter part of the state playoffs. So congratulations to Shaquem Shiloh. He is our Sunday House player of the game.
Which he should be.
He should be. He's played his heart out tonight, and all season long for that matter.
He has. Lenoris has played a heck of a game as well, but Shiloh has toted the load for a good part of the season.
No doubt about it.
Running that clock out, he deserves it.
Bill, you say I never listened to you, and I did tonight. You ought to be surprised.
Well, I feel like my vote does not count in this.
Oh, my goodness. We wouldn't ask you if it didn't count. Kick is up. It's going to be a high end-over-end kick taken right around the goal line after the penalty was enforced. Lloyd's trying to get to that far side, turn it up again.
Just like last time.
Yep, nice run. He's going to be across the 30. Let's see where they spot him out or spot him down at. Looks like about the 32, 33-yard line. We're a minute 1 remaining in the contest. 45-14 is your score. Personal foul face mask. That's going to give West Florence or Lloyd 15 more yards on the return.
Bring it up to the 43-yard line.
Not what Coach Marlowe and those want to see.
No, you don't want to get sloppy this late.
Not at all. Deuce Hudson will lead his squad back out onto the field. He's going to have Lloyd in the backfield. 1 wide out to the far side, 2 to the near. Ball spotted on that far hash mark. Snap back. Hudson looking to pass. He's flush in the pocket, rolling right. Going to run it out of bounds. And we'll get around the 48, 49-yard line depending on the mark.
Yeah, pickup of maybe 2.
With under a minute to play. Again, tune into our post-game show. Matt Jordan will give you a full rundown on how we got to where we were, or where we are, where we were.
56 seconds left in this game.
Yep. Hudson's got 2 wideouts here to this near side to us, 1 to the far. The ball spotted on the far hash mark. Looking to pass, he's going to fake it. He flips it out low to Lloyd, and it's not catchable. And that will bring up 3rd down and long.
He was under duress.
No doubt.
Right before that pass.
And that'll stop the clock with the incompletion. We've got 51.9 seconds to go. South Florence will improve to 10-0, 5-0 in region play. West Florence has nothing to be ashamed of. They've had a fantastic season so far and still going to be playing next Friday. Nice pass by Hudson, complete, but he's going to spill it. Number 11 fumbles it. It's scooped up around the 25-yard line by number 13, who's trying to get some blocks. He's been able to fight them off so far and spinning and stiff-arming. He's going to finally be brought down by number 8, Mason Benton. And that's going to do it for the West Florence threat, as South Florence will more than likely just kneel this one out with 34.4 seconds left.
That was a turnover. That was the first turnover of the game. Which it's been a pretty clean game, penalty-wise. It's been a few blocking the backs, a few holes. No turnovers until that one.
That was a beautiful pass, too. The longest pass we've seen Hudson throw tonight, complete to Graves. And Graves just got spun around and held up long enough for somebody to come up and strip it.
That was a beautiful slant. He was. It looked very good. He had a chance to break it.
And they're just going to kneel this one out with Lenora Sellers on the field. Your final score tonight is going to be 45-14, as I don't even think they have to snap another one off.
They do not. This was a very good victory for South Florence. They needed it. They deserved it. They played a good game to get it.
They sure did. And that's going to do it. With 7 seconds left, they've stopped the clock for some reason. I thought they were going to let it run on out. The players are already shaking hands or whatever at midfield. But your final score here from the Bruins Stadium is going to be 45-14. We want to thank all our sponsors again. Thank you, a special thanks to the Sunday House for not only providing the sponsorship for Player of the Game, but being a part of the broadcast. But thank you to all the folks that have been around for a while. Jabali Law Firm, FTC. There's a whole host of others out there. We don't want to diminish the thanks, the gratitude by not mentioning their names, but you've heard their commercials tonight, and we appreciate it. I want to say a special thanks to Florence School District 1 for allowing us to be part of their broadcast tonight. Daniel Miller and the rest of that crew has done a fantastic job. We appreciate them allowing us to come on and really have more fun than 2 grown men should be able to do legally, because I've had a great time at the ball games all season. So this kind of concludes our regular season. However, we'll be following teams in the playoffs. We may have to do it by a flip of a coin or May have to break out one of those fuzzy caterpillars and see what color they turn this week. We just don't know. But
They
we're
still
gonna
do that, huh?
They still do it. Yeah, we're going to determine who we follow here very shortly. But thank you to the school district. We enjoyed being a part of the YouTube broadcast tonight. Tune in tomorrow morning for game day in the Carolinas starting at 8 a.m. We'll do a little bit of a wrap-up on high school. We'll talk about everything on the college slate tomorrow. But Matt Jordan and I will be hosting that again tomorrow from 8 to 10 on 96.3 ESPN Radio. Bill, any final thoughts?
No, very good game. It was it's kind of what we expected. Good football game. The hype kind of paid off.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and everyone have a safe trip home.
Yeah, thank you. And listen, we've mentioned a lot of folks tonight. We did not forget the Weavers. I can promise you that. Terry and Lucretia, we did not forget you. You have been mentioned, and you've been called out because you're not here. You're both supposed to be South Florence graduates and fans. I'm disappointed you weren't in the stands rooting them on. But listen, hope you enjoyed the broadcast tonight. We'll turn it back over to Matt. Thank you, Matt, for all your work and your diligence in the studio tonight. But back to you.
Absolutely, and I know those of us on the green and gold side of town, not the result we wanted tonight with your final. South Florence defeats West Florence 45-14. They are region champions. West Florence will finish in second place in the region. Hartsville looks like they're going to hang on tonight. They will finish in third. North Myrtle Beach will finish in fourth. Myrtle Beach will finish in fifth. And Wilson will round out
Here comes the Army.
6-4A. But don't forget this, kids. All 6 teams could still be in the playoffs. When the brackets are released tomorrow morning, we will have them. If they are out before 10 o'clock, we'll have them right here on game day in the Carolinas. You can start listening between 8 and 10. But how did we get to 43?
These two.
Excuse me.
Well, yeah, exactly.
It's just 45-14 the final. I apologize. Well, here's how we got it started. West Florence